What's going on, guys? This podcast is brought to you by David Protein Bars. I'm going to show you guys, if you guys have not checked them out yet, they're kind of the newest thing on the market. Everybody's raving about them. This is David Protein Bars. I partnered with them because they actually knew I was eating their protein bars and they gave me a call and we started to kind of work together. And it's been really nice. They are actually great people over there that run the company and they really care. And it's evident because they got a protein bar here with 28 grams of protein, 150 calories, 0 grams of sugar, which is really nice because somebody like me who likes to snack actually now has a way to snack without feeling like I am going overboard. So when I have a meal, if I still want to snack, I got these protein bars to add 30 grams of protein or approximately 30 grams of protein to my day. Or if I'm out and about and I want something, I can throw a protein bar in and I don't feel like I'm eating a ton of sugar or anything like that. So guys, right now they got a special. If you buy 4 boxes, you get the fifth one free and they do ship to Canada. Use code RBP at checkout. You will not regret it. They taste awesome, and it's just a shot of protein. It's actually perfect. Guys, you're going to love it. davidprotein.com. Check them out. What's going on, boys?
What's up?
Hola.
Seth, did you blow out your hair today for this? Looks good.
No, huh? It's just all good looking like this, I guess, right now.
Akim, how was Japan?
It was cool, man. It's cool being out there.
Okay, so explain this to me. Last week we did the podcast on Tuesday.
Yeah,
You flew to Japan on Wednesday.
yeah.
How long was the flight?
About 14, 15 hours.
Are you serious? Does Muscle Meds fly you or was it a promoter flying you?
The promoter flying me. Yeah.
Did they fly you first class?
I had to spend out of my pocket to upgrade to like at least
No.
business. Yeah, yeah.
Fuck
It was,
that.
it was worth it because coming back, I flew regular and that shit sucked.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
man.
I didn't get a chance to upgrade when I was coming back, and I don't fit in the seat at all. So I was,
I would just tell people, look, man, I weigh 300 pounds. I'm not coming unless you fly me first class. Sorry. So what was it out there? Did you guest pose or was it a expo or what?
I guest posed and I, got to speak to the military. Went all around the base and stuff like that because it's a military base.
Oh, it was a military base you went to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to do that. That's one thing in my career I never got to do that I always want to do because I'm fascinated by like everything that's military.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've never had a chance to like visit a military base or like do any of those kind of things. And I'm always trying to like, I always wanted to do that. So when you go to the military base, do they show you around all the cool shit that they do or do they just take you
Well,
to,
this is my third or fourth time going to Japan to do this, and this is the first time I actually get to do some cool shit.
what'd you do?
I rode around in one of those bomb-proof Humvee.
Okay.
Like
That's
that shit
cool.
is like almost like $1 million. That shit
Really?
was cool. The door, yeah, the door is like it's crazy how much technology is in that shit.
Really, eh?
Then I got to put on a bomb suit. You ever seen Hurt Locker?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to put on that suit, the
How
whole
hot
suit.
how hot was it in that fucking thing?
It's really hot and it's really heavy. Like
Really?
you'll be surprised how heavy that shit is. And one of the requirements of that suit is they have to be able to run a mile in that suit. I
Really?
think close to like 7 minutes or something like that. Yeah, you have to do a mile in like 7 minutes.
I can't do a mile in 7 minutes just in shorts.
I know, man.
Hey,
I did not realize.
running a mile in 7 minutes is stupid hard.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine
and
doing
then
that in that fucking
and
suit,
in
man?
that suit, yeah, in that suit, that was mind blowing to me. I couldn't believe it.
What else did you do? Did you get to shoot any guns or throw any
No,
grenades?
I didn't get to shoot any guns, but I got to hold the guns and stuff like that and play around with
Yeah.
those Taliban rocket
Yeah.
launcher.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got to see one of those old school RPGs,
Yeah.
a few grenades and stuff like
I
that.
like
So
I
it was
like
cool.
I like that you call it a Taliban rocket launcher.
Yeah, because that's what you see with it, man. The
Get
classic
the back
Taliban.
of a Toyota.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where you see that damn RPG.
Those are all American Toyotas. You guys shipped them all the fucking Toyotas and they stole them.
But
Um,
what I would say with Fuad is you guys get a lot of love out in Japan with this podcast, man. You have
really?
no idea how many people came up to me and was talking about the podcast and stuff like that and telling me like it's surreal seeing me in Japan right now because they were just watching the podcast.
Really? That's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
So
I
you
get
guys definitely get
yeah.
a lot like a big rich out in Japan.
I get a lot of DMs from military guys. They say that it's kind of like they pass the time with it. So it's it's super flattering to hear that, man. That's awesome.
Not only military, but the locals too, man. The local
Really?
Japanese people too. Yeah.
But I get, man. I guess I don't want to sound ignorant, but I guess they speak English then.
Yeah. They speak English. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they're following the podcast. That's
they follow. Yeah. So,
that's so crazy.
I definitely wanted to let you know that I mean the whole crew that you guys definitely you inspire a lot of people with this podcast, and it's worldwide, man.
That's fucking incredible. See, Paul, we gotta go to Japan.
I love Japan.
I've always wanted to visit. I've actually there's a few countries I think I want to visit, but Japan has always been at like the top of the list.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cool.
It's so interesting, man. Like even walking through the airport, like you look at the cops, they're like 80 years old. I'm like, yo, there's no crime over here, man.
Yeah. They don't need they don't need good cops. They just have like whatever.
Japan's on my bucket list for the culture, the history, and the food. I think to see it all. I find it fascinating.
Well, I think we need to plan a bro chat trip to Japan.
Yeah.
They would definitely love it, man. You guys will definitely be welcome out there.
All right. If there's any promoters in Japan watching, contact me. We'll set it up. We'll bring the whole crew over. We'll do a live podcast, meet and greet. It'll be incredible.
Well, that's where the Masters Olympia is at.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Maybe they'll bring us out at the same time. Akim, did you spend any time in the city or just on the base? Like, did you go right from the airport to the base, or did you get the chance to go like into Tokyo and stuff like that?
Well, I didn't get to go in Tokyo. The part of Japan I went to is Masawa.
Okay.
So once I landed in Tokyo, I took another flight to head to Masawa.
Is that a big city or no?
It's not that big, but it's pretty nice. It's a little bit more relaxed than Tokyo. It's not as busy as Tokyo.
Have you been to Tokyo? Have you been to Tokyo?
Yeah, I've been to Tokyo. Yeah, it's pretty busy.
Is it crazy? Like, is it worse than New York or?
It's busy. I'm along the same line as New York.
Yeah,
but probably a little bit more people because everybody, is hustle and bustle, going to work and all this other stuff like that. So it's a big crowd. Yeah, sorry, Seth, go ahead.
No, I was wondering, is it clean?
I think. Yeah. It's super clean, man.
I have this vision in my mind of nobody littering, nobody swearing.
Yeah, very polite.
Everybody being very polite. This is like the vision I have in my mind,
and very intelligent.
That vision,
and also very short.
Yeah. That vision is that vision is actually correct because even at the airport when we had to, when you got to do the queue for getting on the airplane.
Yeah.
Literally everybody wait until their section.
Oh, are you serious?
Really?
No one cut the line. Like people had no problem lining up or like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was so fascinating that everybody like wait their turn. Like it's they know they roll and they just stick to it.
Yeah, that's
respect
amazing.
is very big in their culture, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen that meme? It's not a meme. It's just I don't know, whatever it is. It's a aerial view of a parking lot, and it says in China. I think it was China. It says in China, or whatever this part of China was. In China, the people that arrive at work first park at the back of the parking lot
out of respect for the other people,
so that the people that are running late can park closer so they can get to work on time.
Well, that's nice. That's China or Japan?
It was just a meme page, but it said China, so I don't know. China's a fucking massive country, so I don't know where.
Yeah.
Right, but if it's true, that's fascinating because nobody in America would do that. Be like, fuck you, I'm parking to the front. You can walk your ass to the very back.
Get up earlier next time.
But I mean, I guess it's I'm not a communist or anything, but I guess it's a sense of community that's all shared, right? Like
I mean, I've heard some pretty wild stuff about the Japanese culture, like their work ethic. Mm-hmm. Like it is if you fall asleep at work, it's imagine that like you're working so hard that you fell asleep at work.
Yeah,
like we should let him sleep so that he gets his rest. He can wake up and work harder again. Yeah. They also said like coworkers, whenever you go out, like they go out and get shit faced.
Yes,
they go out and party hard, and if you don't, you're kind of ostracized. Like, oh, you don't want to be part of the group.
And that's one of the things that's actually true. Is like if they feel like, let's say, for them to feel comfortable to do business with you.
Yeah, you got
one of the ways they do that. Yeah, they got to drink with you. Yeah,
perfect.
That's when their personality comes out and everything like that.
Did you guys know that?
Very good.
However, they the Asian people metabolize alcohol faster.
Oh yeah.
So you very rarely see a drunk Asian person.
Paul's making the
Nah.
show. Listen,
I don't know why you're I don't know why you're double for it.
I think they're still
Don't
getting
embarrass
hammered.
yourself. Just go with it.
Paul, we bounced for a lot of years. I threw out a lot of Asians. They don't handle alcohol any better.
They probably weren't full. They probably weren't full Asian.
Okay,
Check it out.
They probably weren't full, he says.
I tell you what, though, they're very big on karaoke too. So
Oh yeah,
no, I knew that. I knew that.
yeah,
Philippine people,
yeah,
especially.
they're very big on karaoke. Like when I went out on the town that night, every single bar, club, whatever, have a karaoke machine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they hack the songs bad. They don't.
No,
It
that's not
doesn't
true.
sound right.
No, that's not true. Listen, I saw one TikTok of this like Filipino guy. He's just standing there. He's got long hair. He's kind of chubby, short guy. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
The Vietnamese are good at karaoke too.
Listen, this guy, like I don't remember what Journey song it was. It might have been like Separate Ways or something like that. Fucking comes on, and I'm like, this guy's not going to sing fucking Journey. It's going to be horrible. He starts fucking singing. He sounded exactly like the fucking leads. I'm like, this has got to be dubbed. I can't believe this shit. So I don't know. I think, you know what? I've seen a lot of good Asian karaoke singers. I don't know. I think they're better than Americans.
Yeah.
I bet
Probably.
if we TikToked it's all over there. It has to.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Just
for
thinking
sure.
about it now. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
Paul. Sorry, 1 second, Akim. I'm just going to shut Paul up for a second. It's a misconception that Asians generally handle their alcohol better than other cultures. While some research suggests that certain ethnic groups may have variations in alcohol metabolism, individual responses to alcohol can vary greatly with any population. So
Go back to the beginning of that last sentence.
No, you can't cherry pick. It's the
Go back to the beginning of that last sentence. It said certain cultures
basically
are known.
Kind of right. Kind of right.
That's right.
It's not.
Doesn't have to be 100%.
No,
it could be 10. It could be 20.
I'm going to reread it for you just so you can understand what I'm reading.
Especially that last sentence.
I'm going to read a whole thing just so you can understand that you're wrong, 100% wrong. And
you're this ChatGPT or
this
what
is the
this?
thing. This is the thing, Paul. You are spouting racism on this podcast by saying stereotypes that are untrue.
I'm stereotypical. I will agree with that.
Hate,
No, I don't hate. I don't hate. I do stereotype, but I don't hate.
But stereotyping is hate.
No, it's not.
It can be. When you say all Asians have small backs.
I was proven wrong this weekend. I was. I saw a couple great Asian backs this weekend.
There was somebody with a great back.
Yeah.
That was shocking.
A couple great ones too, as a matter of fact.
You're so fucking right. You're the most racist guy I know. You and Ian. Anyway, okay.
I'm old.
I'm going to reread this for you. It's a misconception, Paul.
Okay.
That Asians generally handle alcohol better than other cultures. Because that immediately just shot your fucking argument down.
Okay, not all for sure. Not all.
Next sentence.
Now, next sentence is what I'm focusing on.
While some research suggests that certain ethnic groups may have variations in alcohol metabolism, individual wait, the rest of the sentence matters. He's like, stop reading there. We're good. Individual responses to alcohol can vary greatly within any population, meaning probably some Asians can handle their alcohol, but some Asians can't. So you're not right. Just like some English may be able to handle their alcohol and some can't.
Technically, I'm partly right.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm with Paul.
Thank you, Seth.
All right.
He's 50-50.
Yeah.
All right. So Japan was a success overall.
Yeah, it was cool out there, man.
How bad was the flight home?
Horrible.
Did you get stuck sitting next to anybody, or did you get at least like an empty seat next to you?
It's funny because I actually got an empty seat, but the seats were so tiny, man. I couldn't believe how tiny those seats were, man.
What airline?
Did you see those new airlines now? They're doing like standing seats.
Oh, that's crazy.
You haven't seen that shit?
No, I ain't seen it. No.
You got to check this out, man.
Horrendous looking.
It's horrible. It's like you can like lean against the thing. You're not even sitting.
My God, it must be just short flights.
I don't know. I think it was for short flights in Europe from like country to country thing.
Yeah.
Did you see the other seats that are they're staggered? So like the person in front of you is sitting like elevated,
right?
And you're sitting like underneath. So like if he farts, it's like farts right in the face.
Right in the face. Got him covered in plastic.
Yeah, Paul would actually love that one, Paul.
No, I wouldn't. I got a weak stomach. I got a very weak stomach, Akim. I would not like that.
Paul, have you seen this? Check this out. It's like a half seat.
Oh wow, that's
like the stand-up roller coaster at Wonderland.
It's like doing a wall squat.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Look how little fucking room, man. What are they
That's
doing
even
to
more.
people?
Yeah, it's more uncomfortable. That's nuts.
That's nuts.
This seat better cost $25.
Right.
Like if I'm booking this seat, it better be like the fucking cheapest thing ever.
Now, would that be like a safety hazard though?
Oh, this is
so.
Look, this is the staggered seating I was talking about. Look.
Oh, right at the ass too.
Wow.
Imagine listening to somebody rip ass. Right?
Oh God, that poor lady.
Anyway. Very horrible. Hey, I did fly Southwest on a brand new Southwest plane. Bro, it was really nice.
Really?
Like I'm not massive like I used to be, obviously. I'm not super tall. I had a ton of room and because it's all
were you in first? Oh, you weren't in first class.
There's no first class. First class.
Well, that's the problem right there.
No. Listen. These weren't horrible seats. There was a ton of room. I was super impressed.
Did you feel like maybe you just haven't worked out hard enough in a while? And maybe that's why.
No, don't do that to me. We're not playing that game. Love them. No, but I gotta say, like, I was impressed with Southwest. I was.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Let me ask you a question, Fouad.
Yeah.
When you fly first class, right?
Yes.
So when you look at it,
when I can, shut up, Mike. I knew you. I fucking knew you.
Now let me hear your answer to this. Okay, when you're sitting in first class, do you look at the people going to coach and look at them like they're peasants?
No, I try not to look at them.
No.
You're lying. If you say you don't, you're lying.
They walk by.
You're right.
Like, eyes down. Eyes down.
When they're walking by, I'm like,
the back.
Just keep going. It sucks. No. Actually, I try not to look at them because I actually feel bad about myself. I'm like, I shouldn't be sitting here. I'm totally.
Whenever I fly,
I know you're guilty.
No, I swear to God.
Why don't they board first class first anyway, so that they get shamed like that as they walk by?
Because that's the whole point of having first class.
They want you to aspire. They want you to aspire to first class.
Yeah.
No, you get to board first. You get to sit down. You don't have to wait in line. And then you get you get to get the fuck off the plane first. It's all.
But you also,
I get off first.
You also get to get the joy of like people looking at you and putting their head down when they see you in first class, though, right?
Yep. Yep.
Fuck you, Akim. You're trying to make me feel bad. You fly first class too, man. So do you, Seth. And so
if I fly across the country, I am not flying across the country unless it's first class. I can't. I can't do it.
Okay,
but however, that's why Southwest, like, dude, the room in front of me on Southwest was super impressive.
It's not the.
Like, I was blown away by.
I'm not tall, so I don't care about the room in front of me. It's like I want to be able to like move around.
Put it this way, I would say that the Southwest seats. It was a brand new plane. We flew direct from Orlando to Pittsburgh. It was a brand new Southwest plane. I'd put them at the same level as Comfort Plus on Delta.
Like Comfort Plus is the same width. It's just longer.
Yeah, more room.
There's more leg room.
I'm not fucking massive.
Well, why'd you do an Andrew Dice Clay?
With Paul, it's Italian. Come on, we're talking with our hands.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys the reason I fly first class mainly because I'm not big anymore, so I don't really need to fly first class. I hate waiting. So when you fly first class, you get to skip all the security shit. You get to check your bags first. So when I go to the airport, I just park my car valet. I walk. I'm basically cut the whole line to check my bags, and then I cut security, and I get on the fucking plane. I don't have to wait in any lines. That's really
great perks. That's cut security. I do enjoy that.
What's that, Paul?
You cut security when you fly first class?
When you go to McNamara, they have a separate security line for first class. Delta does.
Oh yeah, but not all airports have that, do they?
No, I don't think every airport does. Delta usually has it. Delta has it.
They do.
Yeah.
Pearson does. Yeah.
Paul's going to consider flying first class from now on. He's like,
I got Nexus. I got a Nexus.
You got a Nexus pass. Same thing.
Good.
Yeah. You got a Nexus pass. You pass all security anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that, man. You walk up to security, there's like fucking 65 people in line. And I'm like, okay, if I got to pay a little bit extra money to like cut all of this shit, I'm like,
for sure.
Well,
the nice thing with Nexus too, you don't take your shoes off or nothing. You can like leave stuff on.
I still got to take my shoes off.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I'm Arab, though. They're just like, take your shoes off.
Guaranteed. Yeah.
I noticed everybody else in front of me and behind me didn't take their shoes off, but they're like, you got to take your shoes.
You
take your shoes off.
Brown guy over there, take your shoes off.
And then they fucking search me and everything. Like everybody else just breeze right through.
It's probably fucking doing retina scans on you.
Whatever.
I got a funny story about that.
What?
The searching?
What happened?
Searching? Who, Japan or?
No. One time I was coming back from either Oklahoma or Tennessee or something like that. And when I was going, they searched me like crazy. So I'm like, you know what? When I'm coming back, I'm just going to walk around in like one of those string tank tops. Mm-hmm. And if I went through the machine in a string tank top and they still offered to search me. So I stripped down to my underwear in the middle of the airport.
What the fuck?
Started hitting some poses?
What the fuck?
Wow. That must have been a sight to behold.
Like you're in a string tank top. You look, where am I hiding?
String tank top. Yeah. They right in front of my chest right here. They said I was showing that I was hiding something right here. Because I guess the cliff, like that indention right there, it looked like I was hiding something. I'm like, but what am I hiding?
Well, hold on.
A string tank top.
But hold on a minute. I always had this question. Mm-hmm. Are you talking about the one you go through where you put your arms up? And
yes.
It you and you okay.
Yeah.
I always have this question. Every fucking time I go through that, it goes off. And it's always in the same place. In my armpits and my crotch.
Mm-hmm.
And
really?
I'm like,
your balls?
Yeah. And I'm like, maybe it's like heat sensitive or something. Because every time I go through there, they search my nuts and my armpits. Every time.
But the crazy thing is I had a string tank top that time and it still read that I had something hiding right here.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I wonder if it's like heat triggers it. Maybe you're hot or something. Like, I don't know. Like I'm just wondering because it always goes off for me in those spots.
There's got to be factors.
But I thought maybe it's because like my balls are huge, so they're like
full of a load right now, digging off all kinds of alarms. After I got my COVID shot, I flew and I did that body scan thing, and it went on the shoulder that I got the shot in. So the guy was like, he scanned me and he's like, it's going off right here. I was like, well, I just got my COVID shot a couple days ago.
He's like, they microchipped you.
That's what he told me. And I was like, give me your knife. I'm going to cut it out. It was pretty cool.
Akim, are any of these posts you guest posing?
I think I posted a picture or something like that. I didn't get videos.
Oh,
I didn't get videos. You could go on I posted something on my story. It probably went away already.
Yeah, that's the only one.
Yeah.
Nothing in your tagged photos.
I'm
What's
not
this?
sure.
This is Japan right here.
Yeah.
Is this the one?
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
What the fuck is this mask?
Have you ever seen Squid Games?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. What do you weigh there, Akim?
All right, about like 285.
Missed a couple meals.
285. Jesus Christ, man. In Japan, does everybody freak out when you're walking down the street or what?
Yeah, they were just shocked at how big I was.
You get stopped everywhere for photos and shit?
Yeah. They love bodybuilding out there, man. Yeah. They definitely love bodybuilding out there.
Are you prepping yet for the Olympia?
I just started my prep right now.
Just started your prep. So you're what? How many? Is it like 18 weeks, I think?
About, yeah.
18.
So I'm cleaning up right now, and my prep will officially starts like when I'm around like 14 weeks out.
You're working with
15 weeks.
You're working with the CETO, right?
Yeah.
When you say I'm cleaning up, what does that mean? You're just cutting out all the fast food and shit?
Yeah, cutting out the fast food, the pizza, all that stuff. Yeah.
How much fast food and pizza do you eat on a regular basis?
Well, I'm not a lot, but if I feel like having a slice of pizza, I'll have a slice of pizza.
How often does that happen, though?
Maybe once a week, maybe.
Let Fouad know that people don't do it every day.
No, not every day. No.
Fuck you, Mike. Mike knew exactly what I was
But how often do you do it?
Maybe every day? Once a week, probably after leg day, maybe.
Yeah. Mike knew exactly what I was trying to do. You know what? I'm going to call bullshit. This guy's like, I have one slice of pizza once a week. Give me a fucking break.
not one slice, but if I have pizza.
Listen, can I listen, let's call bullshit where there's bullshit, okay? This is Akim on stage. That's not Akim. This is Akim on stage at 285 pounds and probably 12% body fat, 11% body fat. You didn't get like this by eating clean meals all the time. There's some junk food in this fucking body.
I am not saying there ain't no junk food. I'm just saying the pizza once a week.
He's like,
Yeah, like a king size pizza, not like one slice. You're like the whole pizza. I can look at a physique and tell it's like, I know what you're eating, man. You're not gonna fucking lie to me. Like, no. I just eat chicken and rice. I swear. Yeah.
No, definitely no chicken and rice. I got a few burgers in there. A slice of pizza.
I met Akim at a guest pose.
Yeah.
That was up in Wisconsin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that's whenever I was like, bro, how the fuck did you get so big? I was like, this is just like it was melting my mind.
Yeah, I know. Right?
And he's like, well, I eat a lot. And I'm like, dude, like it's not chicken and rice. It's not. He's like, I can eat a lot of pizza. And I'm like, all right, how much pizza can you eat? And he's like, I can eat a pizza pretty comfortably, like just to myself.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Two, I can put down two if I really tried. I'm like, oh,
really? Two.
See, Mike?
So that's why I'm like, I don't know.
I can too.
Motherfucker.
Mike, how many pizzas can you eat if you really had to like put it down?
When I wasn't caring about what I was eating, like I could probably eat an extra large pizza to myself.
Like a queen
Actually.
size. Yeah.
Like how many slices? 15 to 12 slices, whatever.
Okay, let's just go by large because everybody knows what a large is. How many can you eat? Like 1.5 large or 2 large or what?
Like if I'm trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
If I was trying to prove a point, I could eat 2, but I would massively regret it
in one sitting, or would you have to take a little break?
No, I could do it like over an hour or so.
I could smash.
Eat a bunch, take a bunch. But I don't eat crust. That's my caveat. I don't.
Oh, that's not the same then. I don't.
No. That counts. That counts.
Yeah.
I don't eat the crust.
You don't eat crust?
Yeah, because
I love crust.
You gotta enjoy the thing you're eating. So if it's like it's shit, like why the fuck would I eat the crust?
Crust isn't shit though. I like crust.
Well, crust is good if you have.
If you got a good dipping sauce,
yeah.
It's like
it's like a garlic breadstick.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's like a fucking plain piece of bread until you put some dipping sauce on it.
Because you got shit pizza in Toronto.
Hey, I got pizza. I got the same pizza you got.
Authentic Italian pizza in fucking Windsor.
Oh.
Paul's offended. Okay, listen. I can do a large pretty comfortably. Like that's a Friday night. I think it goes downhill pretty fast after that though.
Yeah, then you started getting the chips and stuff.
Like no. I don't mean like the other foods. I mean like if I had to keep going with pizza, I think.
Yeah, like I'd have to push myself past the large.
Like one and a half would be like, okay, now I'm struggling, and then to get to 2 it would have to be like a big bet. Like I would have to have like some shit on the line for me to push to 2.
Yeah, that's a lot of food. I mean, back in the day, you both could eat like crazy though.
I could still do that now.
Really?
That's Friday night. Like that was last Friday night.
That was 4 days ago.
4 days ago.
I love pizza. You have no idea. It's like it's the greatest fucking. It hits every fucking craving. Sugar, salt, bread, cheese. It's got it all.
I mean, Bob's a big pizza guy, so I mean, he's been to all the places in Pittsburgh. Him and a couple other people that work, they go crazy over it. So I get it, but
you know when I ask people if they like what their favorite cheat meal is, and they say something, and I say pizza, they're like, pizza's not that great. I'm like mind blown. I'm like, how could you say that? How can anybody say pizza's not that great?
Is it just plain pizza, or is it like pepperoni, or like what's the topping?
All different kinds, because really good pizza is more based on the crust, the cheese, and the sauce. So if you have good crust, cheese, and sauce, you could have a ham and pineapple, you could have a bacon and pepperoni, you could have a fucking, you could have a whole bunch of different combinations, and it wouldn't matter because the sauce and the cheese and the crust is incredible. So that's really
I like doing barbecue sauce as the base instead of tomato sauce.
I've heard that. I've never tried that.
So like chicken pizza.
Yeah, I'll get like chicken breast and like bacon crumble and then barbecue sauce base and barbecue sauce drizzle on top.
It sounds like it'd be good because you get the sweetness from the barbecue sauce and you get the saltiness from like the bacon and shit.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
There used to be a place in Windsor that was famous for that, for pizza.
I'm too big on tomato sauce. I can't. Any tomato sauce base is my favorite.
Yeah, me too.
Like I'm not when you talk about like Alfredo sauce on a pasta. Yeah, I'm more like a tomato.
I don't disagree. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
I just find a lot of pizza in Toronto because Toronto does have like limited selection there.
Really?
They're pretty skimpy on their fucking sauce. Like
I
they're not
honestly
like
would
big
have
sauce guys.
I would have thought Toronto would have a lot more like pizza. Like
There's a handful of like good spots, but like in general, like our fast food, like quick pizzas, like delivery pizzas, unless you're going to like a boutique place, they're pretty like chintzy with the sauce. Unless you tell them extra sauce, and then it's like the sauce is too fucking much. Like
you got to go to Hamilton or something if you're in Toronto.
I know Paul was making, or Mike was making fun of Paul, but Paul's actually right. Windsor is like, I think it's known across Canada as one of the best pizza places in the country.
Oh,
there's a
shit.
Or at least in Ontario anyway.
Yeah.
There's like a documentary about it. I don't know what it is.
Pizza.
Maybe
People
we have
love pizza.
A lot of times.
Anyway, we spent
the
like
documentary is funded by Paul Lauzon.
It's Paul. It's Paul with
I've
the
watched
camera.
Produced by Paul.
It's me and Paul. He's got the camera and I'm talking.
Where do you like, Fouad? I like this place.
Mike's such a fucking watch. You know what? Mike's a hater. I'm gonna look this up. Watch.
Like, we ever took you out for pizza here, Mike?
No, you neglect me every time I come in. You force drugs upon me and make me drink. And
Kill your appetite.
Okay, here we go, Mike.
even though the pizza was good at that one place we went to for your birthday and stuff, the pizza's pretty good.
Yes, Windsor, Ontario is known for its pizza, particularly its unique Windsor-style pizza. Flavor Network says,
who the fuck are they? No one's
Nobody.
Just the biggest. The city has
Flavor
dubbed itself
Network.
Canada's pizza capital, with the former residents going to great lengths to get their hands on Windsor-style pizza. I'm telling you, Mike.
Shredded pepperoni strips. What does it say?
Yeah, shredded pepperoni.
Shredded pepperoni started in Windsor. You ever had shredded pepperoni on a pizza?
That way, every slice has pepperoni on it.
So most pizza has
Like that
the
idea.
circle pepperoni. I used to do this when I was managing the pizzeria. We would take the same circle pepperoni, but you put it in a slicer and you shred it. So then when you sprinkle it on a pizza, you get pepperoni on every single.
Kind of just like the cheese. So you do the cheese and then the sprinkled pepperoni on top.
Yeah.
It gets all crispy and shit.
Actually sounds good.
we're making
Windsor might be onto something.
Yeah.
Here, this is what it looks like, Mike. So like this would be a good looking pizza. So there's shredded pepperoni all over the pizza. So you don't get
I always thought that was tomato or something. I didn't know that was pepperoni.
Yeah.
No, see that's like traditional pepperoni, and then this is shredded pepperoni.
I can fuck with it.
It's good. It's good. You guys you'll never go back. You'll be like, oh, this fucking circle shit sucks.
Circle pepperoni.
Okay. Akim is on the show because he wanted to gloat.
Predictions? You picked Sassy, right, Akim?
Yeah, I'm the only one that picked sauce. Was I?
I mean, I didn't send my pics in. I had a perfect thing on my phone. I had it all written out. It was perfect.
I'm sure.
All right. So,
I believe you, Seth.
I got a text from Akim today, and he said, "I was right. Fuck you." And I was like, "Well, I guess you got to come on the podcast and gloat about your fucking victory." All right, let's take a look at last week's, and then we'll talk about Toronto. This was a super show. Let's get into the results. Your results. Ben won at 27 points.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Then James, then Akim. Oh,
man.
okay. Let's see what Ben
Who was last?
Was I?
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah, he was last.
You know why? You know why I'm last? You guys know why I'm last?
Why?
Because of fucking Muzi. I'm never going to pick Muzi again. Paul, this is your...
Something must have happened to him in his
9
travel.
placings off. I had
every time I pick Muzi, I'm sorry, Muzi, if you're watching. Every time I pick Muzi, he fucks me up.
Yeah, something must have happened to him because he looked like something was wrong, like he was off.
I know, but every time, like 2 weeks out or whatever, you see a photo, you're like, he looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then something happens. And
yeah.
I'm like, how did he end up in 9th? You were sitting there judging.
Yeah, he was just really off.
Did you put him in 9th just to fuck my shit up?
No, well, I did have that in mind. No, I'm just joking. No, no,
he got him in 8th. No. Put him in 9th. Put him in 9th. One more down.
I saw some pictures of him a couple days before, and I thought he looked good. Something must have happened when he traveled over or something, because he had a lot of stomach distension going on. Really? His color was really bad.
Other than the stomach and the color, was the condition good, or was he off too?
No, he was off. He was off.
This is what I'm talking about, because like 2 weeks out, like you could see glutes, like the glutes were in from the side, like everything looked pretty dry. I don't know. That's fucking.
Yeah, it looked to me like something went like wrong with his travel, or maybe he was sick. I don't know.
That's too bad. All right. Well, I had
It's
a
a rough go around when that
massive fall from grace here. How the fuck? I think Muzi fucked my shit up the most. Yeah, look, 6 places off.
Oh, you had him third. Wow.
I had him third. Yeah, I thought he looked really, really good. Hussein, I did pretty good. He was 1 off. Eric 1 off. I think it's just Muzi that fucked my shit up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And why did it only give me 8 people? Wasn't there 9 athletes? There was 9 athletes.
Yeah, out of Millage.
Yeah, but why is it only giving me 8? That doesn't count. What the fuck? Wait, it only gave Mike 8 as well.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Everybody,
We probably really won. It's all fucked up.
Oh, you know what? It gave all the bodybuilding and bollocks guys 9 placings. And it only gave us on BroChat 8. So
but it wouldn't have added much points for you anyways.
Not for me, no, but I'm just saying overall, like everybody's points would have gone up.
Yeah, slightly.
I'm going to have to talk to the web developer about this little issue. Okay, let's see what Ben did here before we get into Akim's bragging. Ben, Muzi fucked up Ben too. I think it's Paul. It's the 9th place because that's 9. Because that's 9 fucking points. That means I would have had. That means I would have had fucking. That means I would have had 24, which would have put me.
That would have given you 9 points.
Yeah, it would have. That's at 9 placings, wouldn't it? Or no?
No.
That's not how you get your points.
How do you get your points, Paul? Explain to me.
Based on how accurate you were.
Yeah, but how do they break it down? Tell me how the algorithm works.
I'm not quite sure. But I think it has something to do with how far off you were your placings.
Okay, wait a minute. I think you're right here. Because the points are here. So you get 9 points for first. Because there's 9 athletes. Yeah, so this would have been a 1 point. Would have been.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have really done much for you.
Yeah, it wouldn't have done much. You're right.
Yeah.
Are you happy about that, Paul?
No, I'm just...
He is.
He's repeated it like 8 times. You don't repeat it when I spank your ass the rest of the season, do you?
My picks can't count because I have too many where I have to sit out.
Oh, yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Ben's fucking only difference is this. That's weird. And actually, he fucked up worse because he had Hussein here in 7th.
Yeah, he finished 3rd. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, that 1 placing is not just 1 point. There's a difference. Because if you look at Akim's, for example, he had Muzi in 4th too. Yeah, that one fucked you up too. Yeah, your picks were kind of fucked too, Akim. You had 2 there. These were all 2 each. Yeah, I got to find out how much of a difference that 9th place makes. Stefan, okay, all right.
Listen. I still win because I picked Sauce as the winner. Okay.
No, you don't. You can rub it in just because I think I made fun of you when you picked Sass.
Yeah, you did.
Which I shouldn't have because Sass is a great bodybuilder. Let's take a look at the global results before we move on. Global results here. Callum Henderson, 36 points. Muzi has just kind of fucking hindered everybody's shit.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected.
Way to go, Muzi. Good job, bud.
Way to go,
Redeem
Muzi.
yourself.
Is this Ken Jackson, like the real Ken Jackson?
I wonder.
Huh. All right. Let's take a look.
What is our fantasy league points?
1 sec. Just take a look. Leaderboard here for predictions. Seth, I'm right behind you.
Nice.
See that, Paul? You're in 4th. You're 11. Well, you're 11 points behind me.
It should be like games played next to that though.
No.
Like just like it does for sports stats.
Sorry. You can quit judging if you want and try and win this.
Breathing down your neck, Paul.
Yeah, I know. I could see that, especially after the last week.
Seth, how are you winning?
Because I'm winning.
Okay. Well,
what I do?
I'm ranked 255. Let's see where Mike is. 401. Ian, 250.
Oh, 250. 5 in front of you.
Paul, 408. Seth, 303.
3.
Respectable.
All right. Let's see where
up.
Akim probably doesn't have that 751, but he's only got like 2 or 3 predictions on here so far. All right. So I'm fucking second to Ian by 5 points. Take a look at the fantasy league. Group mode. Where are we now? All right. Leaderboard. Ian's
Damn it,
fucking.
25 fucking points.
How did Ian fucking jump? Oh, he was so far back.
I have 25 points.
What's going on, Mike?
25.
It's not doing too good.
No one on my team is.
Who's on your team? No, it must not
I
be.
don't fucking know. I had Hunter, but he's gone now, so that's a missing guy now too.
You got a lot of ground to make up.
What did Ian? Where's Ian getting his fucking
We have
points?
Sass.
Toronto. Where did Ian get his points here? Passed. In Toronto, he had Sass gave him 30 points.
Oh,
That's why.
30, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Fuck. And he got 18 over here for Sass. Sass is doing the fucking Spain show this weekend too. He's probably gonna win that.
Oh man.
Oh, fuck. Ian's going to be really pulled ahead.
Fucking Ian. Fuck him.
Dude,
Does
Sass-
Anybody have Musial?
6 shows?
What has Paul got? Oh yeah, Paul.
Just
Paul
got
blew-
Samson. That's all Samson.
Paul blew all his money on Samson.
I'm riding Samson's back this year. I think he's going to take me all the
But
way.
you got 24.
Regan got 2 points.
Yeah, you got points
Oh,
here for
yeah.
Regan and Aaron.
That's right.
Patrick Moore got you some points over here at the Legion.
Mhm.
You got a bunch of points over here at California too. Well,
Yeah, some of them are bounced.
Aaron got you 0. Patrick got you 1.5, so not much, but all right.
Yeah, doing well.
Seth, where are you here? You got nothing for
Nothing.
Toronto.
Antonio.
You got a bunch.
Antonio's doing Dubai, right?
You got a bunch for Legion.
Yeah.
Oh man, shit's gonna fucking change. All right, let's take a look at the 1 second. Yeah, let's take a look at global mode. I'm ranked 24th in the world, baby.
Nice.
I was second this month. Huh. Paul, you're down here. See that?
Yeah, what the hell? How'd you get so many points?
You're 4th.
You fucking with us.
I'm not.
Yeah, what are all these? What are all
How
these
do you got
numbers?
double everybody else?
It's such bullshit.
I just have a better team than you. That's all.
No, I don't think you do.
But how'd you only get 146 then?
Well, I have to sit out several weeks.
I think aren't these
No, you're not
different-
setting out fantasy league. You're setting out predictions. You don't have that
Plays
excuse
into
here.
it.
No,
Plays
it
into it
doesn't.
too,
No, it does. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You don't have that excuse here, motherfucker. This is your picks. Here, let's take a look. Where's Paul's?
Yeah,
team?
these are we had different picks here.
Yeah, because on the global
Yeah.
mode, you could pick whoever you wanted.
You got
So
a
we'll
great
take a
team.
look. Paul passed this season. Toronto, no points. Patrick Moore got you some. Patrick Moore got 1.5 here. So
Let me see my team there.
this is your whole team, dude.
Got some heavy hitters there, though.
Yeah,
Theo's yet to compete this year.
yeah, but they only
Oh.
compete. They only compete like once or twice a year.
Not
Yeah.
Theo. Phil Clahar does a couple shows. Jonathan De La Rosa does a couple shows. Crizzo's doing the Olympia if he
How
qualifies.
many Points is Phil Clark going to get you think?
Phil's a good solid 20, 25 probably.
Okay, you want to bet on that?
Mr. Consistency.
You want to side bet? You want to side bet that?
No.
You sure about that?
Seth, ranked 884. Wait, what was Paul's ranking?
What?
Paul,
Yeah.
864.
They got to compete more though. Go back to me.
Yeah.
One sec, 730. I'm killing you
730.
guys in the fucking
Yeah, dude, you're fucking ruining us. Who do I
uh,
got there?
Seth, this is your team.
I got Curry. I put a lot into blessings.
Ramy's coming. I heard Ramy's coming back. We got to talk about that after this.
Really?
Yeah, Ramy's coming back. I just saw a thing on RX Muscle. I don't know if it's like legit or not, but we'll talk about it after. This is your team. Blessing kind of
Yeah.
humped you on the last.
Yeah, nothing. Hopefully,
got-
the second half of the second half.
You got some
Second
points
half
at the Legion. You got a few points
Yeah.
at California. All right. Where's Mike? 927. Mike, you got some good ones coming up though, because you got, I think
Yeah.
Jewett competing soon.
Stacked team.
Bruce is competing. Rubiel's
Did
going
I
to
get to
compete.
replace? Did I get to replace Hunter with somebody?
Yeah, the change is July. We can make our switches in July.
So it looks like Baruz might not be able to get to Olympia again, eh?
Oh, because
Knock
of
into
the because
Travel ban or something?
Trump put a travel ban on Iran. Yeah.
Yeah.
They said I don't know if Hottie's going to make it. I'd imagine he does because of his history. Like,
I think Hadi is going to be. Yeah, I think all that take that into consideration, right? When you're like you've traveled here before, especially he's been here like 4 times or something like that. And he's still with Evogen too, right? Isn't he?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's still with an American company and he's been here a whole bunch of times. So I have a feeling he'll be fine. It's Baruz has never been here and he's not with an American company.
Yeah.
So
I think
I
it's
don't
still going to take a bunch of work to get Hottie here, though.
Yeah, especially with everything that's going on. I mean, fuck.
Yeah. They should move it to Canada. We let anybody in.
What's that?
They should move the Olympia to Canada. Anybody, you can let anybody comes here.
We welcome everyone. Okay. Before we get into Toronto, is Ramy gonna do well at the Olympia? Do you think he'll be able to bring it back?
Is it like for real?
It was on the RX page. Let me take a look here. It's RX Muscle. We'll take a look.
Heard the rumblings.
Take a look together, right here. Big Ramy comeback, and apparently this is his post. Done it twice and can make it a third. This is his story right here. So I don't know if that's him, just creating some hype for a supplement company, or if he's actually going to make a comeback. But Akim, you're still active, so I'll ask you first. Can he get back in the top 5?
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Who's he going to beat? Who's he going to beat to get in the top 5?
Who's in the top 5 right now?
Well, Martin was 4th last year, but Nick also wasn't there. Nick beat Martin, but Martin was at his best. If you want to say either one of those guys could be in the top 5, so it'd be like Samson.
I could see him beating Martin.
Can he beat Nick?
That would be close. Depends on what version of Nick shows up.
Well, I'm assuming. I don't think there's very many versions of Nick. Nick is always pretty good. The New York last year was the only time, not this one that just passed, but the one last year was the only time he showed up like off.
Mm-hmm.
So let's assume Nick is going to be on because he usually is, unless something crazy happens. What about Andrew?
Yeah,
he could. I could see Ramy beating Andrew.
I can too. What about if his triceps aren't fixed and his back is still fucked? Can he beat Andrew?
No.
So the last version of Ramy we saw can't beat Andrew.
I don't think so.
Seth?
It's going to be a really hard time.
Yeah.
I think if it's the last, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Remember, he also had that issue with his quads.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Seth. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I was just going to say that last version of Ramy we saw, like with the caliber of, with the freshness of all of the muscle in the top 6, top 7 at the current Mr. Olympia level is really fucking intense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's going to be really hard to come in there if you're missing body parts to that degree. I think it's going to be really tough.
Well, the other thing too is Ramy's not known for his conditioning, so he's not necessarily going to kill Andrew in that department.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not like his strong point where he's going to be like, well, he's missing his triceps, but his conditioning is so crazy that, he'll pull ahead.
And 3 years away from the stage, probably even harder to get conditioned.
Why? It's been 3 years already?
Has it been 3, I think?
It's been at least 2. Been at least 2, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think as you get older, taking that much time away from the stage is going to get harder.
Yeah.
Mike, what do you think? You think it's like it was nerve damage, it's not coming back, or you think he'll be able to fix it? If he can fix it, can he be back in the top 5? If he can't fix it, can he be in the top 5?
I mean, I'd like for his sake to say that he could fix it and come back, but I don't know. With that amount of time off and depending on the extent of the damage, I don't know like how it would just miraculously become great body parts when they were so damaged before. I mean, it's like I'd love for my fucking shoulder to work the way it used to, and just because I got it replaced doesn't mean it does.
Yeah.
It's like
it's funny you said that. It's funny you said that, and I'm not eating or training like a professional bodybuilder anymore, but like it's funny now that I'm getting older, when you see body parts start to fade, it's very, very hard to bring them back to previous form. So it's like you said, like if that's a major injury, if it was nerve damage or I don't know, whatever it was, how is it just going to miraculously, like, I don't know, maybe stem cells? Like, I don't know. How does that all of a sudden get repaired?
Yeah. Well, you see guys with like nerve damage and like Boss Rutan, who was a fighter, obviously, and like bare knuckle or wherever pride and shit like that. He has like nerve damage down his arm from like different injuries he's had. And like his whole arm is atrophied, like his left or right arm.
Yeah.
Really?
It happened to me too on like on my right leg. The first hip I had done, like it won't ever look like it did before because it just doesn't fire the same. It doesn't do the same shit. I'm not moving the same loads. So it's like things just start to fucking dissipate, right? So
Yeah, with Ramy, we're talking about a major body part too. It's not just his triceps, it's his back.
and it's not like he's a young, like early 20s, mid 20s guy who has like all this like time left in him. It's like time is catching up with you and you're going through the shit. So it's like compounding interest, right?
I don't know, man.
I like to see him. I mean, I wish him the best, but it's hard to say.
I'm a huge fan of Ramy. I would love to see him return like that photo, like, all polished, but I'm really skeptical that that's going to be the final look. Like it's not very often. Like, sorry, Paul, just one thing.
That's okay.
There's only a couple instances I can think of in bodybuilding history where we've seen a guy fade and then bring it back.
Dexter.
Like Dexter comes to mind, like 2011, 2012, he kind of started to fade a bit. Conditioning wasn't like his trademark conditioning. All of a sudden he comes back like, I don't know if it was a different coach. I can't remember what he did, but all of a sudden he started to put it all together again and started crushing everybody for the next like 6 fucking years. So that's one instance I can think of. I think William this year kind of proved like he could bring it back. His limbs started to fade a bit last year, a little bit the year before. This year, all of a sudden in Detroit, you saw like full-blown legs, full-blown arms. He kind of brought it back, but there's not many stories like that. Like, I can't think of many bodybuilders that once they kind of start to go that way, bring it back. And
I think once their mentality changes too, like especially like guys who have limbs that are getting less or whatever, it's like once they start like once you get older, you can't always think that like brute force is the answer. Like I just got to lift heavier and push harder. It's like now you have to really refine what is that you're doing, because obviously there's a very specific issue with like a specific body part. And if you're not having that worked on, or you're not working it out properly, it's not going to do what it wants you to do, right? It's just going to keep relying on everything around it. So I see guys like Ramy with nerve damage and shit. Like he's probably doing all kinds of shit with acupuncture and doing all kinds of stuff with like stem cells and stuff to try and get this area to like wake up and regenerate and do all this stuff, which like it's not like he can say, oh, my arms suck, I'm just going to curl like a fucking madman and train like I used to. It's like, no, you can't. You kind of pull away from that as you get a little older, because you have so much mass already. Like you don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like there's already a ton of muscle there.
But I wonder if bodybuilders do rethink that, because a lot of guys, and I've been there, so I'm going to just use myself as an example. A lot of times when things start to fade, you're like, well, maybe I'm not training as hard as I used to, because I used to train this hard and I used to train this heavy and I got huge arms. So maybe I need to go back to doing that instead of.
I think that's a defeating mindset though, because like you're not who you were 2 weeks ago.
Right.
You're not who you are 2 years ago. You're who you are now, right? So you have to acclimate to the times and to like your age and to your limits of capabilities. So I think if you get stuck in that mentality, you're doomed for failure.
Oh, I'm not saying it's the right mentality. What I'm saying
is, and the bodybuilders, I'm saying that's what they kind of default to, because we're programmed to like kind of shit talk ourselves, like stop being a fucking pussy, like fucking.
Well, no, but it's not only that.
That's the weights.
But it's not only that. I think it's also your own limitations of your knowledge. If the only way you know how to train is this one technique, and this is what got you huge, then that's kind of your fallback. You're like, well, this is what got me here in the first place. Maybe I need to go back to doing that. So it's almost like it's not necessarily being stubborn. It's more like this is my knowledge base. And that's why
you see in like professional sports, for example, like Michael Jordan, as he got older, you saw Jordan was like doing fadeaway jumpers all the time.
Yeah.
He wasn't slamming, like he wasn't dunking and doing all this crazy shit. Everything was like fadeaway jumper, like, because he's like, I don't have this in me anymore, but I have this. So I still have this going for me. And now my game's even stepped up even more because I understand all the facets of the game, as opposed to just being this flashy dude, right? So
no, I mean,
bodybuilders should think that too.
No, I mean,
you got to understand you guys have, as a pro, like someone the size of Akim, like you have enough muscle, man. Like there's no shortage of muscle. So it's like,
but it's hard to say that, Mike, because you say that in, amongst average human beings, obviously that's 100% true. But when you step on the Olympia stage and you lose to somebody because they're bigger, then you're like, I don't have enough muscle. So like, I understand that mentality as well.
I think a lot of guys, like, yes, there'll be instances where guys are just bigger than you, and usually that's because unless there's like an instinct of genetics or like freakiness, like it just has to come with experience or time. The people with the better physiques kind of they're older and more mature and shit like that. But yeah, I think it's a possibility that you just need to work with what you got and stay within your means, right? So,
Akim, have you ever done a show and you thought somebody beat me because they were bigger?
No.
Why did when you
no way that he thought that. He's like, no. That's what I mean. Like, I think if everything's are the same, right? And everyone's like muscular, like everyone's big. Let's say this big term. It's like now it's like I lost because his back's better.
Yes.
Or I lost because his legs are better. So it's like you can pinpoint specific areas why you lost. It's not just he was bigger. Like
wait a minute. But that's kind of what I'm saying. If I'm breaking down a show, if I'm breaking down my own physique, or we're breaking down a show like we always do every week, so and so lost because that guy's back is better. Well, what does your back better mean? Usually, your back better means your back is bigger.
No, that's not necessarily.
No, more developed.
Not
more complete.
Let's look at Sauce and let's look at Regan. Regan had a bigger back.
Hold on a minute. You're not going to take one example. You're not going to take one show out of the fucking whole universe of history of bodybuilding. You're not going to take
within the parameters of what you just said.
You're not going to take one show where the smaller guy finally won and use that one as your example. Okay. Most of the time, more, especially at the Olympia level, we all know that Olympia is a muscular guy's game. Most of the time, the more muscular bodybuilder wins. It is a bodybuilding show after all.
No, okay, so stop. Samson and Derek, who had the bigger back at the Olympia when Samson won?
Who
had the bigger back when Derek? When Samson won, who had the bigger back?
You can't cherry pick your arguments. Who's more muscular overall?
Samson is.
There you go.
You said back.
No. Wait. Don't conflate my arguments. Hold on a minute. If we're breaking down physiques, and I say so-and-so beat so-and-so because he's got more shoulders or better quads or bigger arms, usually, not every time, that's pointing to a level of muscularity that somebody has over somebody else. Sure. Right? Like Hadi is so muscularly dense that he can get a level of condition that other bodybuilders can't get because he has enough muscle to spare to bring it to that level.
True.
So that's a muscularity issue. That's a density issue. That's a size issue. Right? So, and that's the same thing with Derek. Derek is so wide and he's filled out that frame because he's short. He's filled out that frame so well that he just looks more muscular than other guys. Same thing with Nick. Same thing with Samson. So we can't sit here and play this game where bodybuilding is not a muscularity game. It's a muscularity game first.
Of course.
But muscularity and big aren't necessarily, they're not synonymous. Like they go together, but they're exclusive too, right? So someone could be heavily muscled, like a Hadi who's like, how tall is Hadi? Like
I don't know, 5'6", 5'7". I don't know. Yeah.
So he's heavily muscled on his frame, so he looks massive. But then there's guys who are pros right now, who I can think of off the top of my head, who are like not really good pros, let's say, but maybe they're like 6 feet, 300 pounds. Okay, but standing on stage next to Hadi, they would be a bigger individual, but they're nowhere near as complete or muscular.
Well, hold on a minute,
because
you're talking about structure versus muscularity. The 6 foot,
I'm talking about. And when I think big, I think taking up space. Whereas muscular, I'm thinking about.
I'm not saying that. When I'm saying, okay, let's just use Akim because he's sitting here. And Akim, don't get mad at me for what I'm about to say. Akim's 5'11", 5'10".
What 5'10", yeah.
Okay, Akim's 5'11". Almost 300 pounds. 260 on stage?
Yeah.
Okay. 5'11", 260 on stage. If him and Hadi are standing next to each other, and I'm picking body parts, I'm going to say Hadi's got better shoulders, Hadi's got a better back. When I say better, I'm talking about muscularity. But who's the bigger guy structurally? Akim is the bigger guy structurally, but I'm talking about muscularity. So when I say
I'm saying that muscularity trumps being big.
Yeah, but when I say big, I'm talking about muscularity. I think that's where we're missing each other. Like if I say that guy's got bigger arms, I'm talking about the muscularity of his arms, or bigger back. I'm talking about
so in a sense, you're talking about, like, let's say we're comparing like Sean Clarita for the amount of muscle he pack on that frame.
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Pound for pound.
Yeah. So when I say big, I'm talking about muscularity, and not
gotcha.
You could put somebody like Martin Ford on stage. He's the biggest motherfucker on the stage.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
gonna.
Like
Doesn't mean
most muscle.
he's the biggest structurally, but he's not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
biggest like muscularity
Muscular.
wise.
Yeah,
Right.
got you.
I think you
So
need to change your vocabulary.
I'll use the word more, but I'll use muscularity for now on.
Bigger
Jesus
guy.
fucking Christ. Fucking, for a century, for fucking 2 decades, I've been saying big in reference to muscle. Now I all of a sudden have to change it.
Finally, you have to find it.
Okay, so how did we go down this fucking road?
We're talking about back, something to do with back.
No,
And I gave the example about
Mike was
Sasa and
talking.
Regan.
Mike was talking about refining physiques, and I was saying that's important, yes. But if a guy is missing a body part, in their mind, in a bodybuilder's mind, they're like, well, my body part's missing. I need to be bigger. I need it to be bigger. I lost the show because so-and-so has bigger, rounder shoulders or bigger, rounder arms or more sweeping quads. So it's a muscularity issue at the end of the day. That's kind of how we got there.
Yeah.
Is that not
Makes
true or true? Because you guys
Yeah.
are saying that's not
Yeah.
true.
No, it makes sense.
Well, and completeness.
Yeah.
You know,
But how do you get completeness?
by being balanced.
But how do you get balanced?
Everything
I did-
developed equally.
By
Yeah,
building more muscularity.
Building more
Oh yeah,
muscular.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, this is all one game. How muscular can you get in proportion to other muscle groups, and then how shredded? That's what we're doing.
Yeah, and keeping aesthetically pleasing as much as possible.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
I mean, that's the most difficult part about bodybuilding.
For sure. Keeping your waist tight while you get everything else grows.
Is in figuring out, because I mean, for me, like I didn't train all the body parts exactly the same. Like I trained back differently than I did other body parts, because I ended up having to do a lot more volume on my back to get it to activate the way that I needed it to. But it's like, that's one thing that I think a lot of bodybuilders, that's where like,
Yeah, that's what I mean when like it comes into refinement. Like you identified that in order for your back to grow, you need to approach it differently. Not that it need to be like exercise selection or like necessarily what you're doing. You like, I need more volume. I'm not getting the stimulus. And I like guys who don't have a horrible chest compared to someone else. It's like, it doesn't come down to like training it harder. It's like training it more effectively. Like if you've been doing nothing but heavy weights and then you go down to like moderate weights, but you're doing high volume and really pumping blood in there. That's what I mean by refinement. I don't mean like you need to change everything.
Okay. That's what I mean. And vice versa. Like the whole thing, like you might be training low volume and like not getting a lot of activation or not getting a lot of growth. And you got to switch to high volume. Meanwhile, your entire body is built a different way.
You know what? Now that you put it that way, it actually makes a lot more sense to me. Because like I always train my legs with a lot of high volume, heavy weight shit. And I always train my arms with a lot of moderate weight. You know, if I trained my arms with like heavy weight, they would just get worse.
Yeah.
Chest was heavy.
Yeah.
Back was heavier.
We had different strategies for each muscle group. Yeah.
Depending on how it responded.
And I think that might be like a little bit of a lost cause with a lot of the like the newer, weightlifters or intermediate level amateurs and intermediate level pros, is like, because to get to that next level, dude, it is a hard, very difficult plateau to break through. And that because your mentality is going to have to change. Like all of a sudden, like what got you to where you are and you think you're so special and great. Now all of a sudden, hey man, to get to the next level, I legitimately have to change my entire concept for hamstrings.
It's like the same thing as like these like science-based guys or like these like new age lifting guys. Like you can't paint with broad strokes across all your body parts. Like this is how I do this. Like I'm like whatever it is that's their way of doing stuff. It's textbook. Everything I do is this. It's like, no. Yes, for some stuff it could be fantastic. You could develop fantastic arms and great shoulders and stuff, but then you come to your legs and you're like, there's not enough intensity here. There's not enough. There's not enough weight. You know what I mean?
To touch on this really quickly. There's a guy, Samuel Buckner. I had him on the podcast. We did a one-on-one. Actually, James joined us, and he broke down a lot of the science shit and how over exaggerated, I will say, to put it mildly.
It's a marketing, it's a monetization thing.
He's
trying to
literally
get people to buy things.
Yeah,
Seth,
that's what I was going to get to.
I'll give you an example, Seth. He literally, and then we'll get off this because we shit on science guys every week, and I don't want to, because real science guys actually like are valuable It's social.
Yes,
I like to call it social media science. Those guys,
saying that
those guys
like
can suck it.
do it.
That's why I said in a video recently, science the claim science based is just like a term to describe individuals now. It's not like you're not science at all. There's no you don't have a background in science, you don't perform, you don't write papers, you don't contribute to science in any way. Like you're just cherry picking information and then wrapping up in a ball of bullshit called science based.
Because John Hewitt isn't valuable is fucking ludicrous.
So Samuel is actually a PhD and is a scientist at a university. So this is like he's an actual scientist. But he was telling me, and you guys can go watch the podcast for yourself if you want to like hear it in his own words. Just to give you one point of reference, they were measuring like the bicep tissue after like 8 weeks. He's like, first of all, 8 weeks is nothing. Second of all, they're using the wrong type of individual. Third of all, there's no steroids involved. Fourth of all, they've never done any studies with like insulin and shit like this. He goes, lastly, they're taking the tissue and they're measuring, I guess they measure it by centimeters. They don't measure it by, I thought they measured it by grams for some reason. I'm retarded. Anyway, they're measuring it by centimeters. So he's like, let's say you had the muscle was 1 centimeter and at the end of 8 weeks, it was 1.010. So it gained like an infinitesimal amount of fucking, like you couldn't even see it. Like you wouldn't be able to measure it. He told me, he's like, literally, you can't measure it. But what they do is they take the study and they go, well, that's 800%. I'm just throwing out a number. He's like, that's 800% more muscle growth in 8 weeks.
Oh,
so that they can make it sound compelling when really it's such a small, insignificant amount of muscle that nobody would even care. And any type of variable could have cause that small amount of muscle. Like any tweak in someone's program, maybe this guy ate more chicken than this guy, or maybe he didn't follow the program 100% properly or whatever. So basically what Samuel's claim was on the podcast was a lot of these guys that are touting studies don't really know how to read the studies, are overinflating them, and some of them are doing it disingenuously and some of them just don't understand.
Even if they can read the studies, like Mike said, there's a lot of monetization to be made.
Well, this is what I meant. This is what I meant by being disingenuous. Is they're doing it for
There's so much money to be made.
Yeah.
That's kind of
it's super frustrating to us because like we all know that there's a hierarchy for each one of us in styles of training and everything. So we all know that there's a hierarchy in the exercise choices, the style of training with that exercise, all of it. Like it's different than you, than Akim, than all of us. So that's what's frustrating.
It's annoying. It's annoying too because like we're all coming from a place of like understanding what it is that we took part of, and Akim's still doing it, like actively doing it. And we can equate what we tell people or what we like infer to people and like how to do something or the way it feels or what it should be by telling someone or translating to them how it feels.
Right.
So it feels this way when you do this, and it's going to feel this way. And when this happens, you feel this. But the thing is with these science-based guys, and science in general, they disavow feeling.
Yes.
So feeling doesn't count.
Right.
Because it's not you can't quantify it. So they say feeling's nonsense. That doesn't fucking mean anything. The numbers tell you. It's like, no. If I show you how to hit your bicep properly, because I see how you're doing it and it's not really the best way, and I think of something you can do to help yourself, and then you're like, holy fuck, I just felt that.
Yeah.
In my fucking bicep.
That matters.
That is the only thing that matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
When it comes down to it, because if you don't have that, if you don't make that connection, this mind muscle connection that we all used to fucking hear about, that is a real thing. If you don't feel that, you're not doing it.
Agree.
It's the same concept of, have you ever trained in the gym that doesn't have any mirrors?
Yeah.
What's the difference between the pump versus like looking at the muscle in the mirror while you're training versus like training in the gym that doesn't have mirrors?
Yeah. Well, listen,
the pump is not the same.
Yeah. But your premise is exactly why, listen, I read this a long time ago and I actually, like a light bulb went off. That's exactly why the majority of new lifters can't have shit backs.
They've never felt it.
Because they can't see it.
Can't see it.
Right. When you're training chest, you're training shoulders, you're training arms, you can see what you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're training back, you can't see it. So it's you have to actually learn how to feel it. That's why most guys don't develop backs till later on, unless somebody shows them from the very beginning.
Probably same with hamstrings.
Yes.
Because the only way for the light bulb to come on with them when, like, say you get someone to do a pull down prop you for the first time, or like to like a row for the first time, you tell them how to feel it, how you do it, and you're conveying to them like you need to lift your chest, you need to like pull, you need to just drive your sternum up, drive your shoulders back, dig your elbows in. They're like, holy fuck! They're like, when you do it on air, if I stand here like this right now, I feel my back contract.
Yeah, you can feel it. Yeah.
So what would be the difference when I'm doing, if I don't feel that when I'm doing the work, well then I guess I'm not doing it right. It's like my biceps flexed, but when I do training, I don't feel it. I'm just like this. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Okay, let's get off the science thing because we literally spend 20 minutes shitting on
fuck those fucking
and let's say science, social media science from now on, just to make sure.
Yeah, real scientists rule.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I wanted to tell you about. Have you been following that Enhanced Games?
Oh,
a little bit.
Send me a thing.
Is it really going to happen?
Yeah.
Well, they did one game, one swim meet so far.
Oh, they did.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, they did. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And the guy broke a record actually.
Really? $1 million.
The first
How
meet
these guys
they break
look.
the world record.
Go
Everyone
figure.
broke a record.
Go figure. He's on drugs and he beat everybody.
Are they,
everyone
broke a swimming record.
Really?
I thought that was pretty interesting because they're trying to get some like serious money into it now. I think they're up to like $1 million now, something like that.
Yeah,
Really?
break a
To
world
make it happen.
record, they get $1 million bucks.
I listened to a podcast the founders were on. They're interesting guys. They're from Sweden, I think, or something.
Former Olympic swimmer James Magnuson going for world record at Enhanced Games on steroids. Feels 18 again. Come on.
How old is he really?
I'm 46. I'm on steroids. I don't feel 18.
First time though. It's his first time.
Fucking bullshit. Former Olympic swimmer James Magnuson says he has no concerns about the effects of steroids could have on him as he tries to break a world record in the upcoming Enhanced Games. The divisive games is a new sporting competition set up by billionaire Aaron D'Souza, who says he wants to rival the Olympics. It'll kill the Olympics. Everybody
For sure
will watch, everybody will watch steroid fucking athletes over regular athletes. I don't know. Is there a thing about the guy who broke the record? Enhanced Games breaking
Aquatics to ban those who take part in Enhanced Games. That's nice.
The Enhanced Games said Kolomev had become the fastest swimmer in history by posting a time a time of 28.9 seconds in a 50-meter freestyle time trial. He recorded the time in a full-length polyurethane suit, banned weeks after Cielo set the world record while wearing one. I don't think this is steroids. I think this is just because he's wearing a suit. Oh no,
he's enhanced. He's enhanced. Yeah. He set a new world record. But they're not. The Olympics is not like recognizing it or anything like that. So
who gives a shit what the Olympics says? Look how fast he is. This fucking guy's all juiced up. Look at. I've never seen anyone swim that fast.
His arms.
Yeah, I know. He's like, he's growing as he swims.
Yeah, I just thought it's fasting because they always say like, you get big and bulky and stuff like that. And it slows you down. But this guy actually gotten faster.
Okay, can I just say, I'm just going to be the ultimate meathead right now. I'm so happy about the Enhanced Games. It's a fucking amazing. Can I tell you why it's amazing? Because Olympic athletes have been using steroids for fucking decades. And now finally they're like, okay, we're just going to let everybody know that we're doing it. And now they're going to go all out. They're going to be like, we're not going to even hide it. We're just going to use as much as we can. And I think it's incredible.
I want a juiced out baseball team.
I think
a bunch of Mark McGuire's.
I think every sport should do this. You know what? Fuck it. There's no more rules. Everybody can do as much steroids as they want. We want to see the best, freakiest athletes in every sport.
Imagine MMA.
We don't have to imagine it. That's Alistair Overeem was killing people.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Awesome.
Theodore Belfort.
They were all on steroids up until they're still on steroids, but now they have to hide it. But they were all on
not a lot though. You could tell they're not on a lot like they used to be.
I don't know who's on and who's off right now. I'm going to suspect that there's some guys that are natural.
It's like the WWE right now, which sucks because the guys are look like shit.
Yeah, like when I used to watch wrestling. Yeah,
After the Eddie Guerrero thing and the Chris Benoit thing, they fucking
really?
Dude, I used to watch wrestling with my dad, and like Paul Orndorff was my hero. He would come out and hit a fucking front double. He was like a fucking Mr.
The Ultimate
Olympia
Warrior was the most gassed man on the planet. He was like
Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner,
big fucking bicep. He was awesome.
I remember British Bulldog was the first one. I was like, oh man, he's different.
Let's see here.
He's like a fucking water buffalo.
Watch Ultimate Warrior cut a promo and fucking almost fucking have an aneurysm covered in veins.
There he is, top right there.
Let's see. Jacked.
Lex Luger was pretty jacked back in the day too.
Yeah, he was.
Didn't he compete when they started that wrestling bodybuilding federation?
Yeah, whenever McMahon was trying to rival the
they signed like Gary Stridham and a bunch of guys.
This is who I was thinking of. Fucking
That's Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner. Yeah.
He claims to be natural. He claims to be natural.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, he looks it.
Is it his son?
I just started working out really hard.
This guy, who's this guy?
Bobby Lashley.
I always thought he had a great bodybuilding physique.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley.
Who's that?
Batista was juiced out of his mind too.
Yeah,
That's
the fucking furthest thing from fucking natural. Look at Hogan. Is that Hogan? No, it's not. Who's that?
Yeah, that's Hogan. Eh?
That's superstar Billy Graham, isn't
No,
it?
that's not Hogan.
Yeah.
No, that's not Hogan.
No.
Remember Akim Albury?
Look at Lex Luger here. Jesus Christ.
Remember Akim Albury, the bodybuilder, Germany?
Yes.
He got into wrestling for a while.
Yeah.
Batista was super jacked at one point.
Batista, yeah.
And then we have Goldberg was fucking jacked as fuck. He was like in the last era of jacked guys, wasn't he? And then they kind of like started to taper it down after that.
Yeah, they toned it back.
Go to look up the British Bulldog. I'm trying to remember because I think he was like just kind of like thick, big, like it looked like he ate balls for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was an Anadrol. No, not that.
Wasn't it Davey Boy Smith?
Davey Boy. He would get leaner at times though. He would like lean down a bit.
Yeah, they were thick, but like the good thing about being a wrestler was you didn't have to be lean, so you could just eat whatever the fuck you wanted and get jacked as fuck and then wrestle. You didn't have to worry about.
Those guys must have lived like a rock star life, just touring all the time.
Even Chris Masters, I think he was one of the last ones that was like after they put that band on, he looked crazy.
Mr. Wonderful.
I remember him being bigger when I was a kid. I was like, that guy's humongous.
Remember ravishing Rick Rude? He's always shredded.
Nice, yeah, Rick Rude.
Dude, I can't get over how fast this swimmer is.
What is the world record? Where was it before?
I don't know.
Probably Michael Phelps.
29-1. He didn't beat it by that much. What the fuck?
What do you mean? Not 29-1 and 29-8. That's a lot, man.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think it's swimming. It's a lot.
Hey,
that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot, Fouad. That's a lot,
dude. It's 0.2.
Okay, what's the difference between a 10-second car and a 9-second car?
Dude, it's not 1 second. It's It's 0.2 seconds. It's not 2 seconds.
I'm gonna tell you what Visa said, man.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna take a bunch of gas, you gotta crush it more than point. Like I would expect him to win by like 3 seconds if he fucking gonna get all juiced up.
He's just getting warmed up, man. He's not. This isn't the games yet. Comes to the games, he'll be flying.
All right, let's take a look at Toronto. I don't want to disrespect Sass. It's a big story for the year. He competed like 8 times or 4 times. It took a bunch of
I think that was his 5th show.
Well, he did Detroit. I believe he did FIBO. Then he did California. He did New York. So those are 4. Yeah, this has got to be the 5th one.
5th,
yeah. And he took, he had 3 second places, and then he had New York where he slipped a bit. And then finally got the fucking Olympia win, man. It's fucking amazing. Congratulations.
I'm super pumped for him.
Congratulations. I mean, he's got an amazing physique. He went up against a bunch of good guys. Like he lost to William, then he lost to Andrew, he lost to Nick, he lost to fucking Regan. Like these are all top 10.
Also, that's number 6 because he did Germany too, right?
I don't know. Did he do Germany? Isn't Germany Germany's FIBO though? Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said FIBO.
You said FIBO, okay.
Yeah, Detroit, FIBO, New York, California was the 4 that I thought he did, and then this was a 5th. This was a 5th, and then next week he's doing, or this weekend actually, he's doing Spain.
Spain.
So
so that's 6.
Yeah, 6. But here's the showdown between the two of them, and I agree. We're gonna talk to Paul about it when he comes back because he was actually judging. But I actually agree with the call. I thought Sass looked incredible. Regan looked like he wasn't as good as he was the week before, or at the last, not the week before, but at the last show. And Sass is showing a lot of detail.
Yeah.
And muscularity wise, he's there. Like Regan's structurally a bigger guy. Well, going back to our previous conversation.
About the back?
Well, from the back, I think Regan's like a top 5 Olympian. And I don't mean just the back, like the entire back, like this whole thing.
Bottom.
Yeah, he's got a really, really good like posterior chain. From the front, he gives up a lot though. He doesn't have the same level of quality from the side and from the front as he does from the back.
I think his arms need to, even though his arms are much bigger than they were, they still need to get bigger.
Yeah. I gave both the back shots to Regan, obviously, but then I don't know. I kind of think everything else kind of went to Sass.
Regan was just off here. He just,
yeah.
I think his body was a little tired. I don't think he nailed everything the way that he did previously. And I don't know. I want to see Regan darker.
Yeah, I know. That's been the last few shows. Ian said that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's lighter in all of them. I think he needs to be darker.
And at finals, he was even lighter.
So, Paul, I'm glad you're back. I wanted to ask you your thoughts because you were sitting front row. You weren't head judging, right? You were just judging.
No, I wasn't head judging. No, Tyler head judge.
So, what were your thoughts on? Let's stick with the top 2. So, Sass won, obviously, and I think I asked you after, and you said you had Sass at night. Did you have Sass winning the whole day, or was it just that final confirmation round?
Myself, I had Regan in the morning, Sass at night. Others on the panel had Sass
both times,
morning and night, but very close.
Right.
Like Tyler put them through quite a few rounds.
Right.
Regan, it was the same thing as New York. He faded at the end of prejudge. He started to breathe pretty heavy. He started to sweat. His tan started to smear, and he started to flatten out on stage.
I'm going to say this again, and I don't know if I'm right. I'm going to ask Stefan if he comes on the podcast again this week. I think he's loading his guys too late.
It could be. You know what I find interesting about it? Like a lot of guys, when it happens to some guys where they sweat a lot and prejudge, and fade a little bit, usually they come back at finals better because they're able to eat, fill back out again. Right. But with Regan, that hasn't seemed to happen the last couple of shows.
That's not why. Sorry, I shouldn't say. I don't want to speak in absolutes. I personally don't think that's why. I think most guys, when they sweat, usually they're full. The muscle's full, but they might look a little smooth at prejudge because they're holding a little bit of water. Then they pose for a fucking hour or half an hour, whatever prejudging is. They sweat most of that subcutaneous water out. They go have a meal, they take a nap, and they come back drier because that water's not gone, right?
Right.
It's not because they filled back out. It's just because that top layer of water got sweat out.
Yep.
What I'm saying with Stefan, and I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I think he's loading his guys at the very end of he's waiting too long to start loading them, and they're not fully loaded. Like I always found, if you start loaded, the earlier you start loading, the more glycogen storage you have in the muscle that's there. It's not going to fluctuate up and down too quickly. Whereas if you wait until like the Thursday and you start pounding like 1,000 grams of carbs, it's harder to make it stick.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Seth.
No, I was going to say, I agree. I think that's like the whole capturing lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
Like you said, like, I agree. Like if you start loading a little earlier and then you just continue, you don't need to do cardio. You don't need to go train.
Right.
You just need to continue to pose and let everything kind of set in.
Yeah.
For lack of better terms. Like you need to let it set in. You need to let it stick. Because we all know because you have to have a little bit of fluid to get all that food down. You start packing it in. But how are you going to get it out? And it's different for everybody to some degree, depending on how much muscle you have on your body. But I think that's why like posing is so important and being able to be conditioned and continuing to go through rounds as you're loading all the carbs in and just kind of learning the competitor. Because we've seen that they do, all of them are kind of getting a little smeary.
And I was going to say, because we saw it with Martin. And we saw it with Regan. Regan has been better this year than previous years, but he still hasn't. We've seen him fade a couple times, and I'm wondering, like, is it the kind of thing where like he's loading at the very end and then it's like easy come, easy go?
Well, I don't know if it's that. I mean, I don't know if he'll say it or not, but I agree. I think because at this level with both of those guys, we're talking about top 6. Top 7, top 8 at the Olympia. Like that's the goal. So, you
What
want
kind of diuretic protocol is boss? Does he talk
What's
about that?
What would you say?
What kind
What
of
is it?
Yeah, like does he ever talk about it? Like
I haven't
what he
actually,
does? Is he...
I haven't actually asked them that because I actually don't. When guys sweat like that, and then the glycogen fades, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't point to diuretics. It points to.
Do you
Usually,
think it's
it points to trying to load too quickly. That's all I can keep thinking because it's like the guys are actually flattening out right on stage.
Has that for you? These are much bigger guys than I ever was, so they eat so much more than I. Like, did you ever have that issue, Fuad?
Yes, that's why I'm saying it.
That's what I'm saying. Is that where
my
you're speaking from?
Yeah, my best peaks were always a little bit longer load, either starting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. Anytime you try and load at the fucking very end, you try to cram a bunch of carbs in on Thursday. Usually you're cutting your water on Friday, so the carbs don't like fill in as well. And then you get on stage Saturday. As soon as you start posing hard for a while, especially if you're doing rounds like Tyler makes these guys go through, that shit's going to start to come out quickly. It hasn't like fully loaded. Akim, I'm going to ask you since you're still active. When you load, do you wait till the very end? Do you kind of have an even load throughout the week? How do you find your physique does best?
Even.
So you have an even load for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say the show is on Saturday. We probably start like Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, start loading. Yeah.
If you're
sometimes
go ahead, Paul, sorry.
I was gonna say sometimes I think it's a matter of guys not being in posing shape. Because and I always refer to this to Branch Warren when I talk about that. Branch, Nick Walker's like this too in a way, but Branch especially really comes out to mind to me, like where he would get harder as the show went on because he could pose all day and he wanted to pose all day.
Right.
He was in shape for it. A lot of guys don't seem to be in shape to pose and they flatten out because once you're starting to breathe heavy, I think your pose is the same anymore. And then the sweat starts.
Paul, I'm going to be the devil's advocate here. I think the guys are posing longer now though than when Branch and them was competing.
He is right.
It's possible. I don't know. I wasn't on those panels back then, so I can't speak to that. But
hold on, no, I'm going to touch on that for one second.
I know that's for a fact because I remember me and Justin Rodriguez started that.
Okay.
Back in Chicago, they implemented that after me and Justin Rodriguez had a battle.
And I wonder if that's a judging.
That was the first time they did it because Steve actually said that to me after that. He's like, we're going to make that a rule now to do all those rounds of posing and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. And Tyler does like to do that too. He likes to see if someone's going to fade or not. And I think that's good, to test the guys, see if they're in shape to pose.
Listen, there was a long time from like 2000 to probably 2010 where the prejudging was too fast.
Yeah.
There was a common theme amongst all the pros at the time. I mean, I turned pro later I think maybe it went even to 2012. There was a common theme amongst all the pros that like they weren't getting compared enough.
Yeah.
Hey, the rounds are going too quick. Hey, that guy beat me and I didn't even get to stand next to him. Like I'm talking like fourth and fifth wouldn't even get to stand next to each other. They were just burning. They were burning through prejudges, right?
Yeah.
Remember that.
So then they changed the rule. They're like, okay, well, everybody's going to get compared. So then all of a sudden prejudging got a little longer. Then they changed it even further, like Akim is saying, and now they're like, we're going to do this thing where if two guys are close, they're going to keep posing until someone breaks.
Yeah.
So I don't.
If it's that close,
that's exciting.
It is exciting.
Oh, it's amazing. But what I'm saying is Akim is right. Is I don't think Branch ever had to do that.
Yeah, you could be true for sure. That could be right.
I do agree with you. If Branch did have to do it, he would be ready for it.
Yeah, he just seemed to me like he would get harder as the show went on, though, because he was in.
But listen, but that happens to a lot of guys. But it still goes back to your peak.
Look at
if you've been sorry, Akim, just one more thing.
No, go ahead.
If you've been loading all week, and then it comes time to pose, it's just like a training session. When we train legs, my legs don't flatten out. It's because I've been eating all fucking week.
Yeah, but if you were,
But if you're just trying to fucking load it all in one day or 2 days, and then you have to go train legs, it's gone. It's not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think both things can be true. Like it's obviously posing condition, peak, diuretics, like Mike said. Like all these things have to be in line for what happened to Branch. Because I've had that happen where I posed and like gotten better as I posed. But it's because that top layer.
But your peak went.
The subcutaneous water will come off, but my muscles are still loaded with glycogen.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's
that makes a lot of
sense. If you started that whole process where you're saying like not overloading too quickly, and then you start sweating and profusely sweating, it's like now you wonder if then the diuretics come in and play a crucial part. It's like now I'm pushing out electrolytes at double the rate.
Yeah, yeah.
So like I might just if I do it on diuretics, I might sweat it out and just kind of catch myself and whatever. But now the diuretics are like boom, 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 pushing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you lose the ability. Like people, like I heard kids say, some people I talked to that did the pro show on the weekend, like it was a girl who said it. She's like, I went on stage, like I didn't want to take a diazide, but I did. And I went on stage and I felt fine. And then all of a sudden I couldn't feel my legs.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't pose.
Yeah.
It's like I had nothing, I couldn't feel my body at all.
Yeah.
And she's like, and I'm like, why did you take a Zyda? She's like, I didn't want to, but I was told to with my coach. I'm like, that's what I mean. It's like, I understand coaches who have a very deep history in this, like guys like Chris, guys like Haney, guys like some of the top guys. I'm not knowing everyone's name, but like who have seen these, worked with these drugs, which are very complicated. They're not simple. It's like, and they're like, oh, take a diazide. And it's just like some random coach who his coach before him told him, take a diazide. But you have no idea what it's going to do to this fucking guy. And you also have no comprehension of what it does to, like, in general. It's just like, oh, you take a Zyzide and you go on stage and you get fucking drier. And it's this like crapshoot at the end. It ends up fucking up people's physiques and their placings because it's like all this hard work and one little tiny pill fucks up everything for you.
And diuretics can be unpredictable at times too.
Yeah, like when you nail it, you nail it. Don't get me wrong, but like
that doesn't mean next time you will though.
Well, the other thing,
right? I think if you can avoid them, you should.
The other thing about the diuretics is what a lot of the younger or more inexperienced coaches don't realize is guys at the top level are using quarters at a time.
Right.
Like there's a lot of coaches who are like, hey, take a quarter diazide. Let's see what it does. Then a few hours later, they might take another quarter. There's not many coaches that are out there popping full diazides anymore. Like there's the philosophy on diuretics has changed quite a bit. I don't know if Chris still uses a little bit of an old school method, I think. But a lot of coaches aren't using the same level of diuretics they used to, in my opinion, from what I've heard anyway.
Is that because of some of the tragedies that have happened in the last couple of years?
No,
you think that's
no. It's because I think
there's like an unpredictability of them. Like,
no, it's because people are realizing if you're shredded enough,
you don't need them.
Doesn't matter.
And you manipulate water properly, and you manipulate sodium properly, you don't actually need a lot of diuretics at all. Like a quarter diazide or half a diazide. I don't like my best showings were half a diazide.
Yeah.
In fact, there was one, I talk about this all the time. Me and John just used a shit tea. You know, the teas that make you shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We used the shit tea the night before.
That's what they're called.
I know. It's called, it says shit tea on it.
That should be a new hostile supplement. Shit tea.
For anybody who wants the actual medical name, I believe the ingredient is called senna.
Oh yeah, Senna God or something.
But it was an Asian one though. It wasn't like the regular dieters tea one. That was shit. This one's like super strength that had Chinese writing on it. I fucking drink this shit that I fucking shit my brains out the next morning. But obviously a lot of water is coming out with that. Yeah. But what it did for me, because I always had like a little bit of a distended stomach, what it did for me was it pulled my stomach in and dried me out. We didn't even use a diuretic, and I looked
sometimes that can backfire too though and doesn't work. Wait, yeah, and then you're fucked because then you got a stomach full of shit tea. And
that's why. Hold on. That's why I had to take. You got to take it early enough in the day, because if you don't take it early enough, you end up on stage having to shit with a bloated stomach, and you're not
stomach full of shit tea on stage.
Anybody who wants to test it out, do it before your actual peak. Don't figure it out before. Anyway, we totally went off track. Back to Toronto. Okay, Paul. Reagan faded. Sass won.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think? Who was third place? Hussein was third, I believe.
Yeah. And Hussein was a clear third to me, but he didn't look as good as he has in previous years, in my opinion. I've seen him harder than
that. There's Hussein here. He was third.
Yep.
Eric took fourth.
Yep, he did.
I think it's pretty good for Eric's debut.
For sure.
For showing it as a pro was great.
Yeah. He looked like his.
I think.
Does he have a posing video? Let's see if his posing got any better.
A little bit. Still need some work though.
See, that's not a bad shot. Let's see. I love that. Eric's gonna kill me. I'm not gonna say it. Just forget it.
I was gonna say I think he has potential to be a pretty good pro.
Oh, of course he does. He's a really big fucking guy.
He has from behind a lot of work to do, but I mean, it is great to see like an influencer, make a splash and do decent
and actually compete. Yeah,
and actually compete. Yeah,
because it's good. There's a story to be told with it all.
Let's see. That's his front double. Let's take a look here. His front double. Take a look at Eric.
I think his quarters need work.
Front double's pretty good. Looks like the arms and legs need to fill out a little bit more to match the torso. Quarter turn looks nice. Hamstrings could use some work. Back shot, yeah, you're right, Seth. It's kind of like the back all needs to catch up to the front because you can see here. You can see here the adductors are a little shallow. The hamstrings are kind of small.
Thick waist too.
Calves need some work. Yeah, he's got big hips.
I think with him,
triceps need to fill out.
Yeah, it's just there's a story to be told with it. There's a lot of work to be done because he is a big guy.
Yeah.
But what I'm excited is hopefully, the sport, he has a huge following amongst a lot of young people. So he's going to learn a ton about being a competitive bodybuilder. And that's the exciting thing because his training is going to have to change in order for him to get.
I was just going to ask you that, Seth. Do you think when he sees this picture, right, he's going to see the difference between his back itself is actually pretty good. It's comparable to like everybody else. Obviously, Regan's probably got one of the best backs in the world, but like when he sees this picture and he sees, okay, I need more triceps, I need more depth to my arms, I need more hamstrings, more calves. Do you think he continues to do the same training style and give it time? Or do you think he's like, you know what, maybe I need a little bit more traditional shit?
That's the story to be told, which I'm excited to hear about because like whenever I look at it, I'm like, I know that it's going to have to change. And for me, I'm going to say it's going to have to change. Time is going to tell.
Yeah.
But if he wants to make the progress in a faster rate, or if he actually wants to get to that next level, it's going to have to change.
Yeah.
Because look at Regan. Look at Regan in that shot. Go back.
Well, but that's not really fair, though. Regan's been a pro for like
I know that
5 years.
But look how Regan's training and look how everything has changed. Look at the story that Regan has over the past 5 years. So I think that if he wants to, because they're similar stature, both big guys, and there's a lot to be learned there. There's a lot of growth there. That's why I'm excited for it.
Can I interrupt for 1 second? I just want to ask you a question. And I guess I'll direct this to you, Seth, and Mike, because you guys kind of touched on this when we were talking about training. I find it interesting when I look at Eric's physique, that how he's got like some really great body parts and then some really weak body parts. Well, I don't want to say really weak, but like not as good as some of his great body parts. Do you think it's a symptom of training everything the same way that he trains?
Yes.
Like he doesn't seem to have like when and if I'm mistaken, I apologize, but from what I've seen of his posting on Instagram, a lot of his training, whether it be arms, back, chest, shoulders, hamstrings, quads, it's kind of all the same style.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Go ahead. Ask your question. Sorry.
No. I was going to say, do you think that's why there's this like some great body parts and some not so great?
Because whatever is great on its own will always shine through, no matter what the training style, right? So
what do you mean by that, Mike?
Meaning like whatever your predisposition is to where you hold muscle and how you develop and where you place load and stress on the body, like it will naturally develop. That's why like any training style can work for anybody. Really,
no,
especially
I know.
if they're genetically talented.
I know, but I guess what I'm trying to touch on is you guys were saying earlier that there's a little bit more nuance in the way we train, in that some body parts need moderate training, some body parts might need more high volume, heavy weight, some body parts might need like different ranges of motion, like whatever it is, right? What I see from Eric is everything is the same weight, same rep speed, same range of motion. And I'm like, is that
it's this over exaggerated range of motion?
But what I'm saying is,
you might need to shorten.
So for tougher body parts.
Whether Eric
Paul's got me.
Yeah, some different body parts.
Yeah,
so tougher body parts. He's limiting his training to maybe try some different styles that those would respond to.
And understanding that like your range of tension on certain parts, maybe the ones that are developing, maybe you don't need to be, your full range of motion is cool, but like maybe you need to limit it to the range of tension.
Yeah.
So that you're not, yes, you're getting full range of motion for full range of motion's sake is great. Like, so you can say you do it, but like, it's not the same as tension. So it's a guy who has like weak arms, let's say I don't know if his arms are weak. He seems like a big guy everywhere, but like if he's doing these like overextended, like hyperextended bicep curls and leaning back and doing all this stuff, you just might need to be here.
Yeah.
And it might just be needing you to feel the muscle, which again, comes down to everything, right? So wherever I feel the muscle activating the most and I feel the most tension and the most stress on the muscle is the range I should stay in. I shouldn't be so focused on this, like, oh, like people made those jokes with Eric where he did a video and they're like, keep reaching for the lat pull.
Yeah.
And they're like going across the gym. And even he made fun of himself for it. But it's like, that's true. You don't need that much range, man.
But,
Like it's great. It's great as a foundation, but it needs to be shortened and compacted into like what works and what isolates, right?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I think him trying to do that shit like on every body part, like you said, it just needs to be adjusted.
Kind of like the Branch Warren training.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. People make fun of people make fun of him,
but that worked for him.
Yeah, and he if you watch him move, like especially on back stuff and things like that, you'll see like his shoulder mobility and his rocking of shoulder and rocking and sternum is there. It's just not, there's no extension. Mm-hmm. So they don't see this great extension. So they're like, oh, he must not be doing anything, but his shoulder's really rocking around his body and his back is moving around his body, right? So it's the same with these guys. Like this overextension of stuff is good for people who don't do it, and it's bad for people that do. Like you need to find your happy medium and understand that it's not just like we said, painting with a broad stroke across everything, like full range of motion. This is all you do.
And that's what I was with Eric. It's whatever the style that, say Eric didn't train the way he did and he looks how he does, he might have to transition to something different. Like Branch might have had a prettier physique if he might have been a little prettier with his training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if there was weak parts with Branch that could have been picked up from changing his style. And with Eric, that's the exciting part about that story that I was saying, like the story to be told, we're going to watch his training evolve. And for all the people that have been married to this style of training, he's going to be like, maybe I should start doing something different. Maybe I should start training hamstrings a little different. I'm going to try something new. And whenever it works, he's going to be like, hey, I think I get to tell everybody that this actually worked. And with his level of like influence upon so many people, that's why I'm saying, I'm like, this is going to be exciting to watch that story that he's going to figure out, because it's going to dictate.
It'll also be good because he's a smart kid, so he's going to figure it out. Like it's not like he's like some. You can tell he's not some guy who's like a meathead, like in a bad way. Like he's smart enough to know, like this is something I need to correct, and I know how to correct it because I'm an intelligent person, right?
Because and that's what I mean. Like that's why I'm like, there's going to be light bulbs that go off, and because his content is. It'll show up in the search feed even if you don't follow him, and how he does his crazy leg presses and this and that. And it'll be exciting to see the evolution of his training and the evolution of his physique, because the dude has a base, but he's got a lot of work to be done if he wants to continue to be a great professional or a great competitor. Which I mean now, and he's going to start getting this level of criticism from other professionals because he's in the group now. Like it's going to be an expectation. Now it's like, hey, dude, welcome. You're fourth place at your pro debut. All right, where are you going? We're going to be paying attention. We're going to be critical. We're excited to watch you. We're gonna keep this standard high. So that's why I'm excited for him. Should be cool.
Okay, let's really quickly. Let's just talk about the other guys, and then we'll move on to predictions, and then we'll get into some questions, and then we'll go. Okay, Felix Norman made a jump to 5th, which is nice for him. And then Skyler was also his debut, and he ended up beating a couple guys who've been around, like Aaron, Adam, and Muzi. Muzi was kind of the disappointment of the show. We were all expecting a little bit more, but and I think Aaron was expecting a little bit more of himself as well. But he's on to his, I believe, 3rd show this year. So I think he's gonna, or 4th, yeah. So I think he's taking a break after this, but I think he just kind of did it because he's from Toronto. But yeah, good show overall. Let's get into some predictions for Spain this weekend. We have 11 athletes, so we're going to add a row.
Angel's in the show.
Yes, Angel Calderon is. Yes.
Yeah, doing open.
Why is he your favorite or something, or why?
I just like to see. I like to see guys do open shows. So I like to see
Wait a minute.
12
Can I
guys.
ask you something? Can I ask you something? Do you like Angel because you think you look like him, or what?
I never even noticed that until some people started pointing it out to me.
I never noticed that before.
There is a little bit. If I were to shave,
Put a side by side up right now.
Yeah,
you literally look exactly like Angel Calderon.
If I were to shave, I do. Yeah, I can see that similarity. He's a good looking guy.
Look at this guy. That's Paul.
Yeah, real stud.
Similar physiques too. There's a lot of similarities.
Angel, this is what you have to look forward to. This is what you're going to look like in 20 years, right here.
Look at, take it in, Angel. This is what it
Take it
comes
in,
to.
baby. That's what you're headed for.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Akim, since you won out of the bro chat group last week, you can go first.
Yeah,
This is a tough one.
Here's
Yeah.
just so people
don't know a
know.
lot of these
We should
guys.
It's a
probably
tough one.
we should probably take a look at the guys real quick. Sass just won.
Okay.
Everybody knows Sass. Justin Musial did a few shows earlier this year. He's the German freak. I don't know if we have a picture here. This is a picture from him at California. There's a video of him of California. Freaky bodybuilder. We all remember him from earlier in the year. Angel, everybody knows.
Yep.
So we're good there. Freaky 212 guy doing open. Dennis Friedreich did a couple shows earlier in the year, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
If that's how you pronounce his name. If not, I apologize. But a pretty big guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Large fella.
Big arms.
Gets in good condition. Here's a good shot of him there. There's another. This is probably a more accurate depiction. Dennis, some of these guys, it was hard to find them, but I found them. So where the fuck did that picture go? There was like here it is, some stage shots of Giulio. He's an Italian, so Paul probably pick him to win.
Good looking guy.
Fella.
Looks pretty good. That's a good shot for him.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Down on the legs is a little bit down though.
Yeah.
Then we have Steph Brugnick. Steph Brugnick here. Pretty balanced, a little shallow through the legs, maybe more so the adductor than the quad. Arms could be a little bigger, but overall nice shape. There's a posing. This is pretty accurate. Yesterday evening's workout, 7 hours ago. Looks like he's going to be in good condition. Posing could be a little off. Hamstrings a little weak. From the back. Calves are crazy. Holy fuck.
Good back. Yeah. Okay.
He's pretty balanced overall. He's good.
Mm-hmm.
In good shape.
Yeah, I like this physique. Yeah. We had a Drago. This guy's got a nice physique. I found this guy. I was like, I've never seen this guy before. Look at this shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty fucking impressive, eh?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a big guy, but
Deep cuts.
But a good
Deep cuts in the quads.
good level of muscularity.
Oh, nice physique.
Yeah. It looks, I don't want to say classic because I don't want to be insulting.
Yeah.
Because he might be a lot bigger in real life. Like I don't want to make him, I don't want to say he's small if he's not small, but like this is 5 weeks out. So you figure like 5 more weeks of dieting. I just wonder what his stage weight is because it's a beautiful physique, but it doesn't look overly thick.
Is there any comparisons next to other people you see him?
Back's a little weak to it.
Look at that. Yeah, the back's not the same as the front.
Yeah. Is that his coach there, Khaled? Is that Khaled from Montreal?
I don't know. I'm trying to just give me a sec. I'm trying to find him next to other people. Here's a comparison video. This guy looks great. Who the fuck is that?
Looks like Theo.
No, he doesn't. It's not. I don't think this isn't pro. I don't think.
That's an amateur. Yeah.
An amateur's pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
It's not bad from the back. This guy's fucking huge. Look at his legs.
Jeez.
That's got to be a European show, huh?
Yeah, they got the good. They got they got the good drugs over there.
Good
Are they tagged in the pictures, I guess?
So, who the guy that with the big legs?
Yeah.
He got his pro card at that show.
Who's this guy? Jamie Durago.
No.
Not that guy. This is Drago. No, I don't think he's tagged.
Oliver?
This is the guy in the middle, I believe.
No, that's Jamie.
No, that's not. That's a different guy. I don't know. Anyway, this is Drago.
Gotcha.
Kamal. This is Kamal. This guy, I believe it is this guy. Is that Kamal? Yeah, 2 weeks out post-workout. Looks like a little soft to me for 2 weeks out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to be in shape if I had to like put money on it, but I could be wrong. Just looks like, this is
legs look soft.
This is 4 weeks out. I don't know. It still looks a little, I don't know. It's close. I don't know. Akim, what do you think?
I mean, he's more complete than a few of the other guys you showed me.
No, but condition wise, like, do you think he's going to get there, or like, do you think he's still a little too?
A lot could change in 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't know, man. If I'm a betting man, this is not the most conditioned conditioned physique on stage.
Any back shots?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Sorry, let me go back. Let's see.
I'm
If I
gonna
can
put that
find
on a
it.
t-shirt for Paul.
What?
Just any back shots.
Oh, that might be taken the wrong way, Mike.
I love back shots.
Yeah. Make sure everybody's talking about like
Back's good.
Yeah, it's a good back.
that's a good shot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice back.
Pretty good lat spread.
great lat spread.
But this is why right here.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be doing cable rows real light, real strict if he wants to make that up.
Mike,
What's he doing on that rack, man?
You gotta get too much axial fatigue on that exercise.
This is Antoine Loth. Thick guy. Stomach is an issue, maybe? I don't know. I can't tell. No, it's not bad. Legs are good. No, overall, pretty nice. I can't tell how big this is, and there's literally only one other photo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got like 2 photos on his Instagram. Arms are a little weak.
His shoulders are interesting, though.
Shoulder, I was gonna say the word interesting just to kind of
Seeing a lot of shot up belts recently.
Yeah, those are a little bit too extreme, buddy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That'll get marked down on stage. This is the only other photo he's got. That was before the shoulders took a turn for the worse. Claudio Sergio. Literally, I couldn't find a bodybuilding photo here. If this is even remotely, this is 27 weeks ago. Here's one on stage. Not bad. Little thin. I don't know if he got bigger or just heavier. I can't tell. I don't know. Looks like he's got a nice life though. He's very nice.
Looks like he's got a nice life.
Sponsored by Nike.
That's a lot of because he's got a lot of nice clothes, interesting pictures.
Yeah.
Basically, he was on his Instagram account. Looks like he's got a nice life.
This guy didn't have an Instagram, so I couldn't find him. So sorry, boat enough. I literally found one photo of him somewhere. I don't know. He was all right.
I'm surprised Moosey's not in the show coming off of what happened to him in Toronto.
I would put him last if he was in the show, just because he fucks me so bad every time. Okay, Akim, go ahead.
I go Sass first.
I think we all are going to put Sass first, right? Or, I don't know. I'll just wait. Okay, go ahead. Second,
What's the German's name again?
Justin Musial.
I'll do the Justin second.
Okay.
Angel third.
Okay.
I want to go with Drago in fourth.
That's a bad pick. Okay.
All right, fine. No Drago.
I'm just joking.
Don't let him get to you, Akim. He does with me all the time.
Just saying that so that you choose something different to lose.
I'm just joking.
I know.
He's strategic.
Drago's in fourth. Yes.
Show me that Frederick Dennis.
He's
pretty good.
Friedrich.
He's the big boy.
Yeah.
I'll put him in fifth.
Okay.
I don't know.
Fifth.
What did that? No, I don't think that guy. Who's
This
that?
is
Stefan guy.
Steph Brugnick.
Yeah.
Brugnick.
I have a feeling he's going to be too small.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Going to be in shape though.
You know what? I'm gonna put him fourth and put the other guy in fifth.
You're going to put Brugnick in fourth?
Yeah. And then Dennis in fifth.
Dennis or Drago?
Dennis.
Dennis. Okay, where'd Drago move to sixth?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we got this is Claudio with he's having a good time.
What did Drago look like?
He looks too comfortable. He's not gonna be ready.
That guy's last for sure. Yeah,
There's no way he suffers with that life.
Yeah.
Go to Drago again real quick.
Claudio, stay here.
I put Claudio in number 10 too. Also,
he's having too much fun.
yeah. He's not gonna take his prep serious.
Yeah.
Seth, this is Drago here.
Oh, that's right, that fella. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I still think I put him too high though. He looks small.
This is Claudio. Oh, it's Claudio.
Mm-hmm.
This is this guy's got. Oh yeah, I think I might put this guy last.
I was just gonna say that.
Okay.
He's gonna last for me.
Antoine. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the shoulders might be a big distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that? That was
Show me Kamal again.
This is Julio. This is Kamal. This guy. He looks pretty good. If he's in shape, he'll do all right.
Yeah.
he had a good back, didn't he? But did he show his
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, he had a good back.
Back like spread. Yeah, if he's in shape, he kills the show, man.
I'm gonna put him.
I'll put him in 7th.
What was his name again?
Top logo glue.
Wait, no, that's Julio.
No.
Oh, Kamal.
That was Kamal, yeah.
I'm gonna put Kamal. I think I'm gonna put Kamal 6 for now. Where are you gonna put him?
7th. Actually, no, I'll put him in 6th place. And Drago is 7. Drago keep falling. Drago keep fading, man.
This is copying my shit. Drago's gonna end up. Drago's gonna end up 11th by the time the show's done.
I'll put Kamal in 8th.
Kamal 8. Oh no, you already put Kamal in 6th.
Oh, 6th. Oh, so then
who's left here? We got this guy Antoine. You put in 12.
I'll put him in that. Yeah,
it's the guy with the comfortable life. This is
he's gonna go number 10.
Drago. This guy's we're gonna put Steph Brugnick.
Steph is gonna be 8th,
and that's Julio. So you got Steph.
Julio.
He looks all right.
Steph. Julio. Steph 8th. Actually, no. Move Drago down again.
Wait a minute. Oh, Steph Brugnick has been 4th. Where are you gonna put? You're gonna put Drago down to where? 8?
8th, yeah. And I'm gonna put is it Julio or Julio?
Yeah, Julio.
Julio.
No, sorry.
Julio. Yeah, so he's gonna be in 7th.
Julio, Drago,
and who am I missing?
Bodanov. We didn't see Bodanov.
I didn't see him, so I gotta put him in 9th. I don't know what he looks like.
I'm gonna put Bodanov there too. And then I'm gonna put. I feel like Drago is a little small and gonna be soft.
You put a guy in 9th you've never seen above 2 guys.
Well, this guy, look, man.
I can't. Well, I don't know what he look like.
Mike, this guy's got shot up shoulders, and this guy's just like having a great time. I can't put.
Yeah, but they're actually people. This guy's not even a person we've seen.
The other guy's just out partying all the time.
This guy, I'm actually gonna put Bodanov here, just to fuck it with you, Mike. I moved them up to 8th. I'm gonna put Brugnick. Oh no, I want to put Julio there. Julio. Actually, I put Bodanov ahead of Julio. I'm gonna put Friedreich. Oh shit, no. Move that guy. Remove that guy. Brugnick. Kamal. Dennis. Justin. Angel. Okay. I think I'm good.
What? Wow, you put Justin at 3rd?
Yeah, he's gonna be soft, dude. This is like his 5th show. He's gotta get tired eventually. You gotta fucking keep bagging him out.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Mike, Paul, Seth, whoever wants to go.
I got mine if you're ready.
Go ahead.
Sass, Justin,
Okay.
Angel, Dennis, Steph, Julio, Kamal, Drago, Oleg, Claudio.
Wait.
Ah.
Oleg.
I'll go with that Anton guy with the fucked up shoulders and then Claudio.
Fuck it. Claudio's like didn't even do anything. He's just like his fucking Instagram just looks too nice.
Yeah,
like.
that's it.
He's at the park and shit. We're like, fuck this guy.
Bible goes to a park.
Who did you pick? Who's in last? Oh, you both went the funky shoulder guy.
Yeah, I put him last. Okay, Paul, go ahead.
Sass, Angel, Justin,
Okay.
Dennis. That's his name, right?
Paul, you copying Fouad, man.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I even think that Angel could possibly pull off the win here if Sass is.
So then stand on business and put him first, then.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
No,
Come on.
No, I don't go that far. Sass is good. Okay, 5th. Can I see the list?
Oh fuck,
Nope.
Paul. Can you write these down from now on?
I don't have a pen. Julio. Go by Italian countryman.
You're automatically lost now. Okay, Julio.
Put him in first if he's your countryman.
Steph Brugink.
Brugnik.
Yep.
Brugink. You're right. Brugink.
Go up. Where's the Turkish guy? Kamal.
How do you know he's Turkish?
Look at his last name.
Topologlu?
Yeah, it's
Topologlu?
Turkish. That's Turkish.
That's Turkish?
Yeah.
He's probably fucking Polish or something.
I guarantee you he's Turkish.
Oh man.
What's this flag here?
Turkish.
No, it's not. He's got a British flag and then something else.
Well, he might live in England, but his heritage.
You know, living and dying with it.
I need to know. I
Go
actually
to the WhatsApp link. and
I
look at
really
his
got to
country
know
code.
right now.
I'm really good when it comes to last names and identifying what nationality they are.
Wait a minute. This
That
motherfucker,
actually is true because I know the glue at the end is Turkish.
Yeah, I've worked at
this
I've been checking
motherfucker might be
passports for
right.
a long time, Fouad.
That's the- London, UK. Oh, jeez.
That Thibaut glue.
I've been checking passports for a long time, my friend.
Oh, that's a fucking solid point. Damn it. No, it's Turkish.
No.
Oh man.
No,
It is.
no, it's not.
Yes,
Where?
it is.
That's twice tonight. That's twice
Where?
tonight.
Wait, no, it's not twice tonight. You were wrong the first time.
No, it wasn't.
It is Turkish. Oh my god. Fucking cocksucker.
Yeah, the GLU at the end is the
What
giveaway.
the
Yeah,
fuck?
Alex, right. Yeah.
Fuck
I'm
you,
telling you,
Paul.
it's a knack that I have.
I hate you.
It's a knack that I have. I can tell me your last name. I'll tell you what
Yeah,
nationality you are.
what can I say?
Oh shit.
Everyone's got their strengths and
Fuck,
weaknesses.
this guy now. What are
Happens
you?
to be one of my
You're a
strengths.
weatherman. You're a you're geography major.
I'm a origin.
You're an origin.
How would I
teller.
describe that? Origin teller. Yes, origin whisperer.
Origin whisperer.
Ancestry.
You don't need 23andMe.
master.
Just ask me. I'll tell you your
Such an
background.
asshole.
Don't waste your money on 23andMe. Just pay me.
You just guess everything.
I know it wasn't a guess. That was
Okay.
a well-educated.
Who's next?
That was well-educated.
Bodnov,
Where's Bodnov from?
Russia or Ukraine,
Yeah, I would give you that. Okay, who's next?
especially that first name. Then I'm gonna go the guy with the lumpy shoulders, Antoine.
Really? You don't think they're gonna mark him down further, right?
Yeah, but I think the other guy's just.
You got
not gonna be in
Drago, and the guy with Good Life.
Oh, I thought Drago was the guy. Oh, Drago's the guy with the pretty physique. Okay,
Guy-
put Drago ahead of Loth.
Where's Loth from?
That one.
It fucking
about
stumped
that
you, didn't it, eh, Paulie?
I wouldn't say stump. I just have to think about it.
All right, where is it then?
Okay, if I had to guess, Loth. What's his first
British.
name? Let me see him. Not
No,
him.
no,
That's not him.
no. You get Loth. That's it. That's all you get. I
Loth,
want to
that's
know.
all I
You
got,
said
This is
you
him?
knew. You know, it's not him. You said you got last names.
I'm gonna
I'm
say.
giving you Loth or
I'm gonna
Loth.
say.
Let him
that's,
let him see his face.
Well, no,
Yeah.
no. He said he knows by name. He said he knows by name. I'm giving
It's
you
definitely
Loth.
European. It's definitely European descent.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna
Where?
say
Wales.
probably a Dane.
Okay, where is he? Where?
A Danish.
Dave.
Yes.
You're such an asshole.
I want to do I want to do it, but I'll become a meme if I do
Don't
it.
tell him. Go ahead, Paul. Come on.
I'm gonna say he's Danish.
Okay. This is where is he? That's not him. 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 Nope. This is him.
Oh,
Definitely.
That doesn't look Danish to me, Paulie.
That looks European.
Pretty
No,
fun.
you said Danish, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You can't take it back now.
Yeah. Well, no, I said
You
European.
can't be.
but
You
yeah.
can't be like, well, it's Danish is part of Europe, and he's part of Europe also.
Okay,
So I'm a
well,
little bit right.
Well, Google what
French.
nationality that is then. Because I don't think it's French.
Let's figure out Antoine Loth. Origin name.
Background. Cultural background.
Hebrew. The origin's rooted in Hebrew and Old English.
Really?
Yeah, sorry, Paulie.
really?
Antoine
What
is
does loaf
French.
mean?
A darker, heavy place.
I was
Hebrew.
gonna say British too, but the first name threw me off.
Well, I guess you shit the bed on that one, Paulie.
Yeah.
It's French.
Shouldn't the list list what country they're from? What country they represent?
Should what? This?
The official
Yeah,
list,
the competitors list. Shouldn't it show what country they represent?
I think it does.
Yeah, that was one way to find out real fast.
Well, we should have said that earlier.
Spain. Spanish.
Why don't you say something? Fucking Jesus.
Oh, he's Spanish.
It takes me a while to get up to speed. I just came back from Japan, man. Come on.
Let me
I'm a little jet lag over here.
Mike, go ahead.
Sass. Angel. Justin. Steph. Dennis. Drago. Kamal.
Mike likes the shapely guys.
Claudio.
Like shapely guys.
Loaf.
How do you put Claudio in 8th? The
Loaf.
guy's having like a party.
Oh, and then
If he even shows up to the show, who knows? Such a nice life.
was it Giulio?
Giulio's, yeah, he's Italian.
yeah.
Put him in last. He's Italian. He's Italian.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah. No.
No, last just because he's Italian.
Don't put him last. I can't give a
racist
guy
on
I've
the
never
show,
seen a placing. Possible.
Okay, that's it. Should we pick Ian's for him?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know what he would pick.
No.
I know what he would pick.
We'll leave it there. Okay. Let's do a few questions because we're already like over the time. Spent a lot of time blabbing today.
I had a great time though.
Yeah.
Yes.
I look forward to these.
All this talking on a podcast is bullshit.
Making me make. Hey, can I
Okay.
ask a?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to. I just saw on Instagram before with the podcast. I was. What's the deal with the motorcycle pose and the front relax pose? Have
What
you
do you
guys seen the controversy?
Hands up.
Oh,
The
yeah,
Haney
Lee-
thing you sent us.
Yeah.
Dude, Lee
yeah.
Haney keeps freaking out about everybody's modern day and eras. His era is better. And okay, I'm gonna
so it's
show
stemming-
I'm gonna
no,
show
no, no.
everybody what we're
So-
talking about.
Is it stemming from the bullshit that he was saying before?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys.
fuck.
I'm gonna show you guys. What
Sorry
he's saying.
about that.
No.
I didn't
it's
know
okay.
where it was coming from. I
gonna-
just saw it
We're
the
gonna
first
touch
time
on
I
it.
saw it.
We'll touch on it really quickly, and then we'll move on because I feel like this argument is just getting really fucking old. Except the only reason I want to touch on it is James also commented on it. So this is James Hollingshead's page. You guys all know him. He posted this photo as kind of agreeing with Lee Haney that this should be the relaxed pose, meaning you're just flaring your lats, but you're not actually lifting your arms. That's what he's talking about. For people watching this who don't really know what that means, this is a relaxed pose on stage. A lot of guys, when they pose relaxed, will lift their elbows up higher. So as Seth said, it looks like they're riding a motorcycle. This is the olden days or older eras style of relaxed pose where you're flaring your lats, but you're just resting your arms on your lats. You're not actually lifting your elbows upwards. And I guess Lee Haney's kind of making a fuss about modern day posing and modern day physiques and modern day bodybuilding in general. And I'm like, I just have one thing to say. In no point in history have bodybuilders as a whole, not one guy here or one guy there, ever been as muscular as they are now, or as conditioned as a whole. I don't mean, was there guys that got super shredded like Dorian, or was there guys that were super huge like Jean-Pierre Fuchs or Marcus Rule? I'm talking about bodybuilding in general. We have never seen guys this big, this aesthetic, and this conditioned as a whole of competitors. In my opinion, my humble opinion. I'm sure somebody will say the 90s. I just want people to take one thing into consideration. Flex Wheeler went on stage at his best. I don't mean like 98. Flex Wheeler at his best went on stage at like 218. Okay. So that's, if you're going to compare Flex Wheeler, you got to compare him to Keon. Keon, if he went in at his best, would be like 218. Keon, Flex Wheeler might be prettier, maybe. Keon would kill Flex Wheeler at 218.
Standards for sure.
With that level of muscularity and shape that he has.
And condition.
It's wild. And then if you took somebody like Kevin Levrone at his best, in my opinion, from what I heard and was told, 240, 242 is his best. The guys are like on average going on it. Like Derek Lunsford is 5'5". He goes on it like 235 or 240.
Yeah.
Like the guys in general are just bigger and in better condition, or I don't want to say in better condition, but the same condition. I think what people are seeing in the 90s is guys were drier and flatter.
Yeah.
So it created a more crisp look. That's not what judges want anymore. So when it comes to body fat levels, the body fat levels are lower now, but the peaks were more crisp then because of the way the physiques were presented. It doesn't mean they were in better condition. It just means they were presented in a different way. Less water in the muscle, more drier appearance, more jagged look to the muscle. That's all a completely different peak. It's not a body fat level, not a body fat issue. Akim, you're a modern day era competitor. You're still active. How would you describe all of this nonsense?
Like I said before, man. I mean, I know I'm still competing, but I think somebody needs to take the mic away from me, Haney.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
He just causing a whole bunch of controversy for no reason. He should be uplifting the sport, not just trying to drag it and bring it down, man.
100%.
And
Well, I
everything,
think-
every time he's just complaining about something else. Like, come on, bro.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a minute. I'm gonna pretend I'm in Lee Haney's mind.
Mhm.
He thinks he's uplifting the sport. He thinks by what he's saying you guys have gone too far. The physiques are ugly. There's too much emphasis placed on muscularity, not enough placed on symmetry. The posing is ugly. He's not happy with the direction of the sport. So in his mind, he's uplifting the sport because he's trying to bring it back to a place of artistic style of bodybuilding, not necessarily a sport.
And I'm gonna play devil's advocate also, meaning like, so
Well,
why
now
is the prize?
we're just having a debate.
Why is the prize money and everything going up?
Well, hold on. There's a difference.
No.
No. I'm going to touch on. I'm going to give you an
Because
answer.
people actually want to see that stuff.
I'm going to give you an answer. There is no argument from anybody that anybody can logically make that the sport is not the most popular it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody can logically make that argument. More people are watching.
Mm-hmm.
More people are buying live streams. The prize money is the highest it's ever been.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of social media and everything. People could say it was on TV, whatever. I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bodybuilding and fitness as a whole has never been more popular than it is right now. And there's
Exactly.
a bunch of
What's
different
exciting?
metrics you can point to. I don't think that's it. Put that argument aside. Just talk about the artistry of it. Is Lee Haney right, or is he wrong? And do you?
I don't really care because I'm going off of finances, meaning that if the money is increasing, the views are increasing, that means the sport is going in the right direction. Am I wrong?
No, I agree. I think there's an evolution. I think there's an evolution to everything.
Now, if it was the opposite, where people are getting turned off and nobody's supporting, nobody's purchasing live streams and stuff like that, then I'll be like, okay, something needs to be fixed.
Right.
But if you're attracting more people, more crowds, people, whether you sponsors, whatever the case may be, that means the sport is going in the right direction.
Right.
That means people are actually liking what they see.
Yeah. But maybe someone like Lee Haney would say, well, yeah, but that's because you have classic and men's physique and it's not because of bodybuilding. Look, if someone was having a debate with you, they're going to pull out every tactic. So they're going to say, yeah, Akim, prize money's higher. And yeah, Akim, the Arnold Expo is bigger than it's ever been before, but you also have 2 more classes than we had. We only had bodybuilding. That's why you can't use the financial argument. What I'm trying to say is strictly talk about bodybuilding. Do you think the physiques were better then, are better now?
Nobody's showing up. Nobody's the money's higher. The money's higher where it counts.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Listen, there's fucking 75 Olympians already registered for the bikini. Nobody gives a fuck. Classic. You got fucking 5 guys that everybody pays attention to right now.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Bumstead won 60 G's as the Olympia winner.
Yeah.
I'm not saying nobody cares, but it's not as big as the big
open. Exactly.
It is the
Want to
big
pay money
boy.
to see.
And that's the financial argument to some degree does matter, but it's like, here's the thing, like it's okay. The problem is he's just feeling his Cheerios. He thinks he's doing the right thing. I think you're right, Fouad, where he thinks he's doing the right thing by speaking out and saying this needs to change, when it's like, hey, dude, not really. Like, you're a legend. You're incredible. You're great. But at the same time, listen, it doesn't fucking matter. The sport has evolved. It's going to continue to evolve. Everybody who has done it previously to the people now are entitled to their opinion, but that's all the fuck it is.
Yep.
If you don't have a platform like Bro Chat, then nobody really gives a fuck. Because what we do here is actually analyze things we beat the dead horse so far that like it's just there's as many angles as we can. And with that, I mean, I don't like you said, dude, if Nick Walker stood next to some of the guys of old, like it was two different judging criteria.
Yeah.
You nailed it with the speech that you just gave about everything. You nailed it. These guys, it's night and day. They're so hard today, it's insane. Look at Nick Walker. The last showing of Nick Walker was fucking unbelievable, even with somewhat of a distended stomach. Now, I mean, if he went up against guys of old, like if he went up against Dorian Yates, the conditioning, you'd be like, hey, this is pretty fucking close. Meanwhile, Dorian was mind-blowing back then, like fucking jaw-dropping. Holy shit, we've never seen anything like it. Today, it's a fucking standard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, it's very simple to look at. If you just look at Samson is, and this is the craziest part, is Lee actually congratulated Samson with a post saying Excalibur has returned, because Samson is the modern day Lee Haney. So I don't know what he's complaining about. He's literally Lee Haney 2.0. He's just better. He's got bigger legs, bigger everything. But he's got the same shape. And I don't know. Look, the other thing too is, it's like you said, Seth, everybody's entitled to their opinion. The guys in the 80s are always going to lean heavily on shape.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it was. And the guys in the 90s are always going to lean heavily on how dry and crisp, because that was the standard of their day. The guys in the 2000s are always going to lean heavily on how big a guy is, because that was the standard of that era. Like it's just always going to be, the guy's preference is always going to be where they came from.
And Lee's a big fan of larger guys too, like the taller, bigger, more dominant on stage. So I mean, and again, that's his opinion. But man, I brought that up. I didn't know it came from there.
I just, we had this conversation last week when you weren't here, Seth, because
sorry, my bad.
No, because Lee said something else. Everybody commented on like the Bison Tribes page.
I didn't know this came from there either.
Yeah, so. And it's just like, Paul said it on the last podcast. He said, guys of that stature should be more like Jay Cutler. They don't, Jay doesn't sit there and fucking pump his own tires all day long. Jay congratulates every new person on every new thing that they're doing, and uplifts everybody. He doesn't sit there and go, well, my shoulders were wider than fucking Nick Walker's, and my arms were bigger than fucking Samson's, and my fucking quads are better than Derek's, so fuck, these guys all suck. He could do that all day long. Jay had some of the best fucking wheels in the game. He could be like, I'm better than all these guys. I had to fucking compete against Ronnie Coleman. You guys all suck. He could easily say that.
You'd have a point too.
Yeah. But he doesn't. That's my whole point, is he could sit there and be doing the same thing. But he's not. He's like. I
think Jay's a huge fan of the sport, just in general.
That's what you want to see.
That's what you want to see. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand why I just can't be like, I don't like certain physiques. That's fine, but I love other physiques that are in the circuit today. I don't know why that's not said instead of just shitting on the whole sport in general.
But I think that's even more important, because it's nice to have. Ian said this on the last podcast, and I had this conversation with a pretty high up person. The same point was made. Everybody likes different physiques.
Right.
Some people like a fucking Akim who's fucking just jacked out of his fucking mind, and some people like a fucking Tonio who's like looks like a work of art. Like that's just everybody has a preference.
And if you think open bodybuilding is too extreme, there's classic for you. I don't understand why.
Just tell Lee he should just watch classic and he'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to disrespect Lee Haney. He's literally
it's not disrespecting. It's not disrespecting him. I think you're just, trying to debunk his argument.
Yeah. There's no, if anybody, I'm not disrespecting Lee Haney or anybody else, or Dorian Yates or anybody else. I just think they should be more like Jay. That's all kind of my, anyway. Okay. Can we get through a couple questions? Because we've been really rolling too far. If Paul were on a dating app, what would be his go-to pickup line?
I have no game, as you know, Fouad.
I do know this.
Yeah. So
Paul entices women with weed.
No, I used to just
he drugs them.
Stare at
I
them
would
awkwardly
usually-
until they come.
I think you probably go up to them asking about cooking or something.
Maybe, or the weather. Now I'd probably be like, if I was trying to be creative now and trying to break the ice with someone, I'd probably be like, hey, I know you from somewhere. Like we met before.
Original.
Week. I know it's weak. That's probably the best I had though. That's
Can't miss with that.
You
Yeah,
should
no, it's like-
you should go
No,
up. You should go up to someone and say, "I got my hair faded today. What do you think?" You like it? And then just let it.
Just go and be like, I think my barber's ripping me off. What do you think about this?
My friends tell me that my barber's ripping me off. What do you think of that?
How long would it take to get drunk if someone had to take a shot of vodka every time Ian says you know? Fucking 15 minutes.
Yeah, wouldn't take long.
15 minutes would be fucked, all of us. I'm guessing you can't speak too much on this, if at all, but what's the scoop with Martin competing in Dubai? I don't think Martin's going to be mad at me for saying this. I don't think Martin's competing in Dubai. That's just a rumor. Have you guys watched the art? Oh, I watched the I want to tell you guys about the awesome movie I watched. It's called The Construction Worker.
Oh, with Jason
my God.
Statham.
This guy's the fucking beekeeper.
Hey, the beekeeper.
Then he's the construction worker. Then he's the fucking
firefighter next.
I gotta tell you guys, I don't care how fucking cheesy Jason Statham movies are.
They're fun to watch.
I get a bag of chips. I'll watch the fucking movie. I don't give.
I watched it on the flight to Japan.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
It's not
It's
bad.
not bad. It's not bad.
It's the same shit. It's like Rambo all over again.
He
kills everybody and he fucking gets the girl, and then that's the end of it. It's fucking awesome.
Day job as a construction worker.
Perfectly lined up 5 o'clock shadow all the time.
The whole time, yeah. Yeah, he's not a beekeeper in this one, Paul. He's a construction worker.
Okay, so just works a regular job like I do.
But just like the beekeeper, he's secretly an assassin.
Right. Yeah. That's a common
code.
story.
That was his code name, construction worker.
Dude, I find it hilarious that they just keep making the same movie and just put him in a different
And we all keep watching them.
I'll watch all of them. I don't give a fuck.
All of them.
The next one will be like, he's like, I'm a car salesman. I'm like, cool. That's all right.
Math teacher, but on the side, I'm a killer.
What was your sweet? No. If you were all taking an R&R trip together, where would you go?
We talked about it. I wanted to go for a man spa day.
What? I don't remember talking about that.
We never talked about that.
Yes, we did. Remember, I told you
No,
guys
we
I went to a Nordic spa, and I thought it'd be great for all of us to go to one.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. What are you talking about?
I think you dreamt this spot.
No, I have to go back. It was when I got back from Mexico, and I did one there, and I thought it would be great for us to go on one.
I'm all for it. I'm in.
It'd be great. I'm telling you,
I'm in, but this is the first I'm hearing about it.
Me too.
I'm in.
I promise you, I brought it up. I'm sure someone in the comments will reference which episode it was. There's like an aqua massage you do. There's like a cold plunge you do. There's an actual massage involved.
I remember
it's
it.
great. Steam room. It's like a circuit.
So it's like a spa circuit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You spend the afternoon. We can go for lunch too if you guys like. Maybe breakfast.
What is this, a fucking date? What are you?
Yeah,
Are you sitting at a booth or a table?
Yeah,
Sitting at a booth or a table.
I prefer tables myself.
All right.
Especially if there's more of us, like quite a few.
Okay, if we were all going to take an R&R trip together, is that where we're going? Paul's spa retreat?
I go to Aruba.
I don't want to go
to a spa in Aruba.
I mean, I'll go to a spa somewhere, but I don't.
Yeah,
I
want to go in Windsor.
Well, I'm just saying.
Where do you go? Blue Mountain? Okay.
We should probably go to Mexico or something, and then one afternoon while we're there, we do it.
Akim, where would you go if you go anywhere on a trip with all of us?
That'll be some kind of tropical island, man.
Okay. Paul, tropical island?
Oh, spa.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but where
there.
the fuck is the spa?
It's just one day of our.
Probably Mexico.
Mexico. That's where you go. Mexico.
Yeah, I like Mexico.
Of all the places you go, Mexico.
Well, I haven't been anywhere else really. I've been in Mexico. I've been in the Bahamas. I've been the U.S. of course. I've been to U.K. once.
So of all the places you could go, you don't want to see anywhere new. You're like, I'll just go to Mexico because I know it's good.
I'd probably go to Jamaica.
That's so you, man. I've been friends with you for so long.
Yeah. Paul, I could see you in Jamaica. I could see you in Jamaica.
I think I'd get along really well with.
Are you gonna visit Eden?
I'm sorry, Eden. Where's that? Oh, you mean? That's where all the sex goes on. All the swingers go.
The hedonism.
Yeah, hedonism. Yeah. I'm not a swinger, Kim.
Akim, wait a minute. Akim's laughing like he's been there before.
Nah,
You have, man. Don't fucking lie. Tell us.
He did a modeling shoot there. He did a modeling shoot.
Have you been to hedonism?
No. Paul just looked like the type of guy that would probably like be into something like that. Smoke a lot of weed and just end up on the bitch show somewhere.
You wouldn't even be banging. Just be walking around smoking.
Yeah.
That's all I'll be doing. Yeah, that's all I'll be doing.
Tell me your last name. I'll tell you where you're from.
Yeah.
That's his pickup line. That's his pickup line.
That's the pickup line.
Yeah,
that's good. There you go.
That'd be a great one to use.
Paul, what do you think about the fact that Akim thinks you're a swinger?
Well, I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or not, because
I don't know. It sounds a little weird. Like
He's an easygoing guy.
Is it my looks, Akim, or is it my personality that tells you that?
I think it's a personality.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
Basically
He's thinking about it. Am I a singer? I think
Paul just the type of guy. He gets high and then the gloves just come off.
I do get high, but however, I tend to be more shy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're really fucking shy. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather have two moms or two dads?
That's an Italian mom.
Two dads.
I would take two moms in my case.
Yeah, same.
I don't want to drive a Subaru.
Are you saying he's like, I don't want to be raised by two dykes? Is basically what he just said.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of two independent people that weren't dating.
No, they're married, man. You got two gay dads, dude.
Oh, I definitely want two moms then.
I would take two moms. Then.
Okay, good. I think Akim.
Imagine you walk in your dad.
Akim wants two dads.
No, I would take two moms.
Imagine you walk in and your two dads banging.
Well, imagine you walk in on your mom and she's eating out your other mom.
That's fine.
That's okay with you?
Better my dad sucking another guy's dick.
I don't think either one is good. I don't want to walk in and watch my mom.
One of them is way less traumatic. One's
better than the other, definitely in this situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you imagine your dad's blowing a guy? No way.
Yeah, but what if you have like a cool gay dad? Like, what if he's like, what? Okay, well, first of all, I've never ever walked into my parents having sex. So why is that immediately what your brain
hear
goes
it?
to?
I've heard it before. Yeah, it was. Something I tried to put out of my head.
Why is that immediately where your fucking head goes? You didn't think about anything else. You didn't think like my dad might be able to help me shave. Maybe he's tough and he can teach me how to box. Maybe he knows how to fix a car. Maybe you're like, oh, he's gay. He's gay. He can't do anything.
These are gay guys. They don't fix cars or fight.
Some gay guys are like really manly, right?
Who the hell came up with that question, man? Oh God.
Let's see. Adam Sohal.
Adam. Yeah,
listen,
that's one for the Asians, man.
I don't know if I'm going to agree with you guys on this one. I think I might go with two dads.
I'm taking two dads.
I'm going two moms.
You're going to end up being a fucking pussy. You know what? My dads are going to raise. My dads are going to raise me to kick the shit out of you.
Yeah, but what if you have a really tough old like mom?
There's no way they're going to teach you to beat up people.
Gay guys can be manly too. You know that, right?
So can women.
I don't know.
Yeah, but women being manly is different.
I know it is. I'm just fucking.
Yeah, you're fucking around. I know you're fucking around. Paul, you're gonna end up being gay.
Two of my dad.
You're gonna end up being gay.
Why would I be gay?
Because you're gonna be raised by two moms. You're gonna be all fucking effeminate and shit. You're gonna
end up two gay guys.
You're gonna end up being a homo.
For sure. No, I'm not. I'm gonna be well taken care of, well fed. I'm gonna be pampered a little bit for sure. I'll be a little soft.
I don't think so. I think.
Oh shit!
It's not gonna make me gay though.
I think you're gonna be like bisexual at least.
Oh my God.
No, for sure. Because you're going to grow up.
Okay, here's
I'll tell you why. Because you're going to grow up with two moms that are going to teach you that it's okay to be a dyke, and it's okay to like explore your sexuality and be really emotional.
Are the two gay guys going to be different?
No, because the guys are more okay. Women are going to hate me.
No.
Guys are listen. Guys are a little bit more reasonable. They're like, we got to raise this kid to be a man, and then if he decides to be gay, it's okay. So they're going to raise me manly. By the way, so
you think
there's a general consensus then that Mike, Paul, and Akim are all going to be raised by two women, and me and Seth.
But okay, I want
to hear this.
My whole logic for saying that is,
I want to know your logic.
I was raised by my mom, and my mom was my mom and dad. Nope,
not the same.
It is the same.
Oh, a single mother is not the same as two gay moms.
You're assuming they're gay
because they're together.
Yeah. Yes.
It could be just
No.
Friends. They're just friends.
Companions.
A single mom that is both, like, she plays the role of both mother and father is the same thing as two women. Because you have a woman, you're gonna have a dykey one, and then you're gonna have a one that's a woman.
No.
Dykey one, regular one.
Describe Dykey, Akim.
Mom, no, not you, the Dykey one, the other one.
I got two moms, a Dykey one and a normal one.
Yeah.
Wait, no, because it's different. Listen, a single mom.
She plays both mother and father, right?
A single mom is fucking ruthless and badass.
They have to be.
Two moms together are gay.
You're gonna have one that's manly,
Literally.
and one that's not.
They're both soft and emotional. You're
No,
fucked.
no.
You're fucked. You're gonna end up. You're gonna end up gay with Paul. You guys are gonna end up together.
I'm not throwing out gay. I wonder, statistically speaking, what's the higher likelihood? Two dads producing a gay offspring or two moms producing a gay offspring?
There's nothing wrong with being gay anyway, man. Who cares?
No, I'm not saying there was. I'm just wondering.
Maybe we should look that up, Fouad.
I'm going to cut this whole thing out because it's like
we're
literally.
It's starting to go down.
Conversations.
Yeah, it's getting worse. And Pride Month is right now. We're going to be fucking. My whole podcast is going to shut down.
We're supportive.
Canceled. We should talk about Palestine now.
Yeah. Oh my god. No. Fucking Seth. All right, we ended this podcast 10 minutes ago. This is all getting chopped. I can't. We've gone too far.
Yeah,
he's calling people dykey. I call
dykey.
That might be offensive.
I call gay like 60
Dykey's
times.
not offensive.
Yeah.
It's a
Perfectly
description.
acceptable.
All right. You know what? Paul, let's call it there. It's been 2.5 hours.
Hey, I'm all for you. I'm good.
All right. Say a prayer. Lead us off.
Oh, you want me to say one? I thought you were going to cut it right now.
No. Ready and go. Okay, Paul. Say a prayer. Lead us to bed.
Give us a Dykey prayer.
Action.
Well, I know what word to leave out of my prayer.
Yes.
I don't have anything picked or anything worked on.
Shocking. Shocking.
I did, but I have had a lot of requests recently to go back to one of my old style prayers.
Don't rap.
Not even problems by Seth Feroce.
You're so fucking predictable. Jesus Christ.
He's like, wait a minute.
I like
Not
this
even a
one.
little bit.
It's one of my
They
favorite
went
songs.
right out of the sales. What? Oh.
This
Come
one rap.
Okay, rap for us, Paul.
Okay.
But you got to actually rap. Don't just say it.
No,
No, you got to actually rap.
okay. The parts that I can rhyme,
You got to actually give it some rhythm. You can't just say it.
I'll say right now, the whole song, the whole verse won't have rhythm, but some certain parts I'll put.
Okay, drop it where you can. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Let us bow our heads. Dear leader. Yeah, ho. The finale. My pep talk is turning into a pep rally. Say she from the hood, but she live inside the valley now. Vacate in Atlanta, then she going back to Cali. Got your girl on my line, world on my line. The irony, I fuck them all at the same time. Now, I want to make a little disclaimer here. These are not my words. I don't fuck hoes or anything like that. Okay? I'm happily married. I fuck my wife. That's it. I don't fuck any hoes. I don't have any fucking problems. Dirty bitches. But this is the rest.
Okay, carry on now. Okay, we're good. Now we know. Now we know, Paul. We thought you had a whole bunch of bitches. Sorry. Go ahead.
Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah. Well, my wife might watch this. She eyeing me like I can't say the word blank.
Why not?
Don't exist.
Why can't you say it? Because Akim's here?
No. I would never say that word.
No.
Girl, I know you.
I'll give you a pass, Paul.
Akim gave you a pass. Spit it out.
Can't say that.
No, don't say it.
Girl, I know you want this dick. Okay, now I'll just sing the
Okay, sing it. Hit it. Yeah, go.
You know, I love bad bitches. That's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like to fuck.
That's start over. That's not singing it. Come on.
That was good.
Sing it like you're in the car and no one's watching.
A little more volume.
Come
okay,
on.
if I was gonna do it in the car, I'd be like, I love bad bitches. That's my fucking problem.
That's
Yeah,
still
I like
reading
to
it.
fuck. I got a fucking problem. That's how I would say it in my car. It's exactly how I would say it in my car.
No, it's
it is,
not.
Fouad. I would go to the beat. I would
Okay.
go to the rhythm of the beat.
Okay,
but I
go
wouldn't-
one more time. One more time. Give it to me.
Can you play the background music for me? You think?
No, I can't because my shit will get copyrighted. Go
I
ahead.
love bad bitches. That's my fucking problem. And yeah, I like to fuck. I got a fucking problem. But once again, I don't really have a problem fucking bitches. I don't do that. I'm a faithful husband.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Paul.
What about Dikeys?
No. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Goodbye, everybody.